We're in one. Until you hit a do not enter area right before that, you gotta make a right, come around. Yeah, I'm right down the street to the park. Like, somebody's here.
That's what from outside, I'm assuming. They keep it on assuming on the outside, and it's beautiful.
This machine's pretty.
That's great.
Like he keeps them, you see, they keep.
What if he does trade work?
728.
I know they do a lot of cuts.
Good evening and welcome to the October 18th, 2021 meeting of the Nutley Zoning Board of Adjustment. Please stand for the flag salute.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the secretary please take attendance and read the compliance with Open Public Meeting Act? Meetings Act.
Ms. Dougherty? Here. Mr. Capone?
Oh, excuse.
We're gonna allow feedback.
Oh, she's excused.
Ms. Wallace?
Here.
Here.
Ms. Juba?
Excused.
Mr. Daniel Foley? Here. Mr. Greg Foley?
Here.
Mr. Battaglia?
Here.
Mr. Rosiano?
Here.
Diana Congo-Montgomery?
Here.
Pursuant to the requirements of section 13 of the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting is included on the annual notice of regular meetings for the year 2021. It was advertised in the Sun with a copy posted on the Township of Nutley bulletin board, first floor, 1 Kennedy Drive, Township of Nutley, New Jersey, with a copy sent to Harold. A copy is filed in the office of the Township Clerk. Copies are made available to all persons requesting same. Public comment. All persons address the zoning board of adjustment regarding community concerns should approach the microphone and provide their name and address for the record. Unless further time is granted by the board, each person shall limit their address to 3 minutes. All remarks to the board and its individual members must be addressed to the chairman. The chairman may defer citizen comments to the appropriate member of the board. Dialogue between citizens and other addressing the board shall be allowed unless the chairman or presiding officer or the majority of the membership of the board shall determine that the interest of the decorum and or expeditious conduct of the board's business are being adversely affected by such dialogue.
Thank you. I'll call at your address. Please just let us know if you're here. 127 to 129 Franklin Avenue. 127 King Street. 12 Russell Avenue. 36 Prospect Street. 83 Stager Street. 82 Ridge Road. I believe that is 82 Ridge Road, I believe, is asked for a adjournment.
Oh, yeah, we have an adjustment.
Ridge Road, or adjourning is for December.
Keystone
Ridge
Fold.
Road. Let me find it.
Keystone coming, Keystone Fold. I think Prince.
82 Ridge Road. An adjournment was requested by a neighbor's attorney. The neighbor is unavailable tonight, is out of state, and will be back next month. So when we contacted the applicant is not available until December. So, but does consent to the adjournment request. So we're going to ask that the board carry 82 Ridge Road to our next regularly scheduled meeting of November 15, 2021, where again, we'll be asking for it to be carried till December. So if we could have a motion to adjourn 82 Ridge Road to our November 15th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anyone in the audience for Ridge Road? No. Okay, 6 Taft Street. And 78 Fisher Avenue. Okay. Let's get started. 127, 129 Franklin. Oh, before we start, did you?
Oh, yeah, I just want to make an announcement. At the completion of the applications tonight, the board is going to go into executive session to discuss litigated matters. Okay, we're back onto this agenda.
Okay. 127, 129 Franklin Avenue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, that's ready.
Okay, we already pre-marked as exhibits A1, a photograph of the property, A2, another photo angle of the property, so that when Mr. DiBiase hands it out, we do have that already marked. I marked it. I took over your job, Lisa.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, council's name is Thomas DiBiase, representing the Rubino family. The property in question on Franklin Avenue has been in the Rubino family since 1964. In 1971, Dr. Rubino at that location started his medical practice and had that practice there continuously until he passed away. And actually practiced medicine for up until a year until he passed away in 2020. What we would like to do is convert one of the lower professional office buildings to residential. You'll hear history that this building originally was a 2-family residential. And then an office was built to the north side. Right now, Judy Rubino has been living upstairs for over a decade. Downstairs, you remember John Dizzle practiced law there. Joe Angelo, an attorney and municipal judge, is now practicing in that building, on that part. And Dr. Rubino's office is vacant. We're asking this board to allow us to move Mr. Angelo's office from the left side to the right side and convert what is the left side into another unit for Mrs. Rubino Senior to live there. We would like to have mother and daughter in the same home. Mrs. Rubino currently lives on North Road. She would like to downsize and she would like to be with her daughter. We have a planning expert this evening, an architectural expert. We have 3 factual witnesses. I understand there are applications behind us, so we will be as short as possible. And a next door resident would like to speak on behalf of the application. So, Mr. Chairman, with your permission, may I call Mrs. Rubino as our first witness?
Absolutely.
Mrs. Rubino?
Joan Rubino, 48 North Road.
Excuse me. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, start.
Mr. Rubino, you heard my opening comments, and are you aware that the statements that we gave to the board are accurate statements?
Yes,
And is it true that you would like to sell your home on North Road? And if the board gives you permission to live downstairs with your daughter?
yes.
Now, I'd like to clear something up. Rumors are going through the town that crazy parties are taking place on North Road, specifically at your home.
I promise to stop. I won't do that on Franklin Ave.
That was my next question. You're going to be on best behavior there, right?
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the board? We already told them that the property's been in there since 1964, correct? Your husband started practicing there in 1971, and he's been there until he passed away. Is that correct?
Until he retired.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the board?
Well, I would really appreciate having that floor as my own, as an apartment, because I'm in my golden years. And this would make my golden years a little bit more golden because I wouldn't have to climb stairs. My daughter lives in the house, and if and when I become incapacitated in any way, she'll be there to assist me. And I would have a washing machine and dryer in the apartment, which is a plus because most of the apartments that you go to rent, you have to use a laundromat. I've been checking in on some of those and it's really not convenient, especially at my age. I also find that with a tenant in the building, that would be a really great financial support to me to help me pay the taxes and relieve the burden of the big house that I own with very high taxes.
And right now, Mr. Angelo, who's a municipal court judge and attorney, has been renting space in the building. Is that correct?
Right,
And he has said to you that he is willing to stay and move to the right side of the building. Is that correct?
Yes, and that's really perfect for me. I've been a resident in town for 54 years, and I've established a lot of friendships in the town that I still maintain. And also, I've been a parishioner at Holy Family Church for over 60 years, and this would be a great location for that as well.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, your witness, of course.
Now, how many bedrooms will your apartment be?
One.
One bedroom. Any other apartment? Questions? Board?
Sure. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Will your apartment be ready in case you need extra things like bars in the shower? Or
Oh, yes, we're taking all that into consideration. And it should be really very convenient.
I think when it says 2-bedroom in the letter of
Yeah, the
denial,
letter of denial says 2-bedroom.
No, it's 1 bedroom.
it's a 1-bedroom
It says
apartment?
convert the existing ground floor office into a 2-bedroom apartment.
No,
Okay,
I'm sorry, into two-bedroom, 1,000 square foot dwelling units. And you're saying that it's going to be 1-bedroom.
1 bedroom, absolutely.
okay.
I think Joe Haynes would like to answer that question.
Well, we'll get them up here.
Yeah, we're having our-
We'll get 'em up. That was the only question I had. Anyone else? Yes, not. Anyone in the audience that would like to question this witness?
Show me as a applicant.
Seeing none, let's continue.
But obviously, you better-
Chairman, Judy Rubino, our next witness.
Never seen one that could be.
I'm sorry, would you give us your full name, spell your last name, please,
Judy Rubino, RUBIN,
and your address?
127 Franklin Ave.
And would you
Nutley,
raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Ms. Rubino, how long have you lived upstairs?
I've lived there for 28 years.
And are you looking forward to having mom downstairs?
Absolutely.
Are you asking this board to approve the application by having the law firm office move to the right side of the building?
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the board about this application?
Yes, sorry. After my father passed away in August of 2020, my husband passed away in September of 2020, and I thought it would be a good idea. My mom and I could live together so that, one, so we had company, but also so that I could help her when she needed it, but we wanted to live together, but separately. After I looked around for 2-family homes and mother-daughter, and things are extremely expensive, and this was the most feasible option for us to convert this space at one which I already live in. I also have lived in Nutley my entire life. I have a lot of friends in Nutley. I worked for the township, and it's a great community, and we would like to stay here and but be together.
Thank you. Your witness, Mr. Chairman.
I have no questions. Anybody on the board have questions?
I have a question. So the only proposed additional square footage is the back entrance? Am I understanding the plans? That's all you're adding? And the rest of the footprint, square footage inside is stays the same?
And Mr. Chairman, this may be an appropriate time for me to pass one of the exhibits around.
Absolutely.
make the offer that this is the way the building looks today. And this is the way it will look tomorrow because the bump out will be in the rear and our architect will testify to that.
Okay, so A1 is the way it looks now and A2 is the way it will look with the bump out. Or vice
One
versa.
picture,
There is no picture, council.
Oh, okay, all right.
same look.
So you're not adding any additions, it's just the entrance in the back. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Yes, please. Would you give us your full name, please? Spell your
Sure.
last name and give us your address as well.
Joseph C. Angelo, 127 Franklin Avenue.
And would you raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes,
Mr. Angelo, how long have you practiced law at this location?
since 2008.
And you have been on the left side of the building, is that correct?
Yes,
And you heard in my opening comments that you are a practicing attorney, but primarily you are a municipal court judge in 3 jurisdictions. Is that correct, sir?
yes.
What jurisdictions are they?
Belleville, Montclair, and Northern Jordan.
And how many days a week does that take?
40.
And the reason why we're asking these questions is if you can give an idea of the limited practice that you have, showing how the parking would work. Can you go into that, please?
Sure, the nature of my practice, I rarely have clients come in. If I do work, we do Zoom, so obviously there'll be no defendants coming in. I'll do that from my office. I very rarely have clients come in. I'm there maybe one day a week. And a lot I do from home since the pandemic. I have a home office.
One other question. Counselor, would you be willing, if the board approved this, to move from the left side of the building to the right side, which would be the office that Dr. Rubino practiced in?
Yes.
Thank you. Your witness.
I don't have any questions. Anybody? Anybody in the audience? No,
May I call?
absolutely.
Hi, my name is Mark Roselli. I live at 18 Tennis Place in Nutley.
Could you spell your last name, please?
Roselli.
Would you raise your right hand? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Sir, please give the board the benefit of your educational background and any licenses that you hold.
Sure, I studied architecture at NJIT, graduated in '94. I have the Bachelor's of Architecture. I've been licensed in New Jersey since 2010.
Have you ever testified in front of this lady before?
It's acceptable.
Thank you. You've now been qualified as an architect and you've given opinions and motion. Please tell the board what you plan on doing to this building.
Really, the only changes to the exterior include a small addition in the rear yard. It's 76 square feet. And it's really acting as an entry point, mudroom. You don't see it in the front plan, so that's really the only major change to the exterior of the building. The second thing that we would be doing is enlarging one window to make it compliant to egress, which would be in the proposed bed.
You've heard Mrs. Rubino testified that her apartment would have 1 bedroom. Can you clarify what it's not to?
It is 1 bedroom. However, there's a sitting area
I just,
that is about 108 square feet. It's really an oversized hallway. It's a conduit to get from one space to the other, sort of a leftover space.
Will you be doing any renovations interior to make this senior friendly?
Yes, so we're reorganizing the interior, a new kitchen, full kitchen, new full bathroom, accessible, wider doors as much as you could.
And how about the space that we're discussing on the right side? Popular people practice there and we would like now that to become a wall. Any comments on any changes to that?
Not many changes, the existing demising wall is sitting there already. We will block up an opening that is between both office spaces. The current office space has 2 means of egress. We're going to maintain that, so really not going to change it.
And for the record, how many parking spaces in the rear?
There are 5.
Anything else you'd like to tell the board? No. Your witnesses, Chairman.
Okay, I don't have a plan, or I don't see one for the second floor existing.
I'm sorry,
I
second.
don't have a plan for the existing second floor apartment.
No, we're currently not showing the apartment.
There's that's going to be 1 bedroom as well. Is there another room in there for sitting room or an office?
That I don't know.
And the first floor proposed sitting room has a closet.
It has a small closet, right?
Any other questions?
Mr. Chairman, I have several, actually. The goal for this apartment is for it to be accessible for Mrs. Rubino presently and also in the future if she has additional needs. And you said that you're indicating on the plan that you've increased your plan on the increased doorways. And it looks like for the bathroom, the through entryway from the proposed sitting room into the living room, and also the entryway and through the laundry area, and then the back interior door, those appear to be 32 inches. Have you considered whether or not you could accommodate 36 inches, which would be the ADA compliant measurement for not only a walker, but also a wheelchair?
Right. I'm going to take a closer look at that. I'm assuming that we could achieve the 36 inch door. That is our hope. As we get in, we're going to take a closer look at that.
And what is the dimension, the width of the proposed mudroom laundry area from that back wall of the bathroom to the, I'm not quite sure what that is. Are those mechanicals behind the dotted line?
There's a cabinet.
In the laundry room?
Yes,
That's a counter with appliances with the
Oh,
washer
okay.
and dryer.
gotcha. Oh, and so what is the width from the back bathroom wall to the appliances?
So the clear width.
Yes.
You're asking. That's approximately 38 inches.
Okay, so that would be also compliant with
Right.
the ADA width. Also, my other consideration is the back addition with the proposed entry and the stairs. Have you considered removing the 2.5 steps existing and making a small ramp? It looks like you have enough space there with the parking lot.
We do. I think we could accommodate that. It's something that we haven't really investigated, but it's something that I think space allows for.
Okay, thank you.
So I would say that these suggestions are very positive, and if the board approve this application, that the applicant should accept them as conditions. Is that fair to you?
I agree.
I have just a couple of quick questions, or anyone else?
1 second. Okay.
At
So
36 inch doors, that's just on that the ground level apartment, correct?
That's correct.
and the ramp at the.
And a ramp at the
entrance.
rear entrance. Okay. Sorry.
No, no worries. So these are really just for points of clarification, because I'm looking at the layout here, because I've got the plans in front of me. And obviously, when we talk about overall square footage, this apartment with the addition will be over 900 square feet. So it's a fairly large one-bedroom apartment, right? And when we talk about some of the challenges we have in town, adding additional units to the town and density in residences is a challenge. So we have to look at this. The benefit that we have with this plan is that it's a one-bedroom. The room that the chairman mentioned, which is the proposed sitting room, I would just like you to clarify that I'm reading this right, because as I look at it, entrance into the residence through the proposed entry into that sitting room, which looks like it could be a bedroom, but really is not functionally as a bedroom because you cannot get into the actual bedroom without going through it. So I just want to make sure that I'm reading it right. The bedroom, which is in the back of this unit, is really only accessible through the proposed sitting room. And the rest of the apartment, including the kitchen and the living room, are also only accessible through the proposed sitting room. So functionally, it would be very difficult to convert that into a bedroom, make this a two-bedroom apartment.
Yes.
Thank you for clarifying that. And it is not in the intention of this plan by the applicant to play games to work with that. So that is a problem. Put that on the record very clearly.
Yes, the intention is only one bedroom, not to convert into a two-bedroom in the future.
And that would also hold true on the second floor,
Correct.
existing. Okay. Any other questions? Is there anyone in the audience that has any questions for the architect? None.
Thank you,
Carry on.
Mr. Chairman, our plan.
Hmm.
Evening,
Good evening. Give us your full name, spell your last name,
Joseph Haynes, Haines,
address,
74 East Passaic Avenue, Nutley, New Jersey.
and would you raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do,
And you are here tonight as a planner,
as a planner, correct?
and you have been before us many times as a planner.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My first time as a planner.
Oh, your first time as a planner. Well, then we need
First
to
time
hear
as a
your qualifications as a planner.
Let's put them on.
I got my license as an architect at New Jersey Institute of Technology. I studied to become a planner. I became a planner in 1998. Got my license in New Jersey in 1998.
And you've testified before the boards as a planner yet?
Yes,
You have, such as where?
This is the second career.
I see that. I see that.
It's a big night for them.
Well, we're going to accept you and see how you do.
thank you.
Keep a little on the nervous side. All right. What do you have to justify?
Tonight, we have two variances that the denial letter dated on February 10th, 2021 from Mr. David Berry. The first one is a D1 variance to permit the first floor residence apartment in a B3 zone where only the residential apartments allowed on the second and third floor. The second variance is for a C2 variance, which to permit the creation of an undersized two-bedroom dwelling unit, which required a minimum floor area of 1175 square feet, and our proposed unit is 1,000 square feet. First, the D1 variance, we have to look at the positive criteria outweighs the negative criteria. For the positive criteria, this site in particular is well suited for the conversion of this vacant office into a two-bedroom dwelling unit.
One bedroom.
Two-bedroom per, but it's really going to be a one-bedroom. We'll get to that for the C variance. There won't be any significant increase in the building's footprint. The only addition is a small addition on the rear for a rear entry. The proposed first floor use is compatible with the surrounding neighborhood. Very consistent in the surrounding neighborhood within 2 or 3 blocks. There are 3 properties in close proximity, 140 Franklin Avenue, which is across the street. It's approximately a 14-unit apartment building. Has no commercial on the first floor. To the left of that building is a 142 Franklin Avenue, is a 2-family house. Again, there's no commercial on the first floor. And across the street on Chase Street, on the same side of the street that we're on, is a two-family home. Again, there's no commercial on the first floor. So what we're proposing is very consistent in that part of Franklin Avenue. The proposed conversion supports the purpose of municipal land use law, specifically NJSA 40-55D-2B, to promote the safety for fire, et cetera. This building is going to be modified, updated for all fire compliances. It's going to have two means of egress for the apartment to go out, so satisfies that requirement. Also, the proposed conversion will support NJSA 40-55D-M2M, which encourages more efficient use of land. Again, converting this building to have an apartment, it's going to be efficient use of the building. We're not knocking the building down, demolishing the building, landfill, we're keeping the building the way it is, and we're just readapting it to a different use. Also, we're going to propose a new handicap parking space. There's not a handicap parking space there right now. And we're going to beautify the parking lot, put Belgian block curb around the parking lot area, and we're adding landscape. Negative criteria. There will not be any negative criteria, substantial detriment to the public good. There'll be no increase in a parking requirement as per Dave Barry's official letter of denial. There will not be any noticeable difference in the general public. We're putting a small addition on the back of the house. The front facade is not changing at all. It's going to look like the building exists today on Franklin Avenue. The use will not substantially impair the intent and purpose of Nutley zoning ordinance or the zone plan. The purpose of conversion will not negatively impact the mixed-use character of the building because of the portion of the first floor will remain as an office use. The character of the surrounding neighborhood is a mixture of residential and business and mixed-use buildings. Therefore, the proposed use will not be inconsistent with the surrounding uses in the vicinity. So that's for the D1 variance. Yeah, bless you. For the C2 variance, it's the creation of the undersized two-bedroom dwelling. So one of the nuances in the Nutley zoning ordinance is if we have a room over, I think it's 60 square feet, as per Dave's denial letter, it says that that room will be considered a two-bedroom because we had some issues with what was 1 2-bedroom apartments. So in this case, it's considered a 2-bedroom apartment per our zoning ordinance, although our application is for a 1-bedroom apartment. We're required a variance because of the size of the unit. In our zoning ordinance, it requires us that if we had a 2-bedroom, we need a minimum of 1,175 square feet for a 2-bedroom apartment. We're only proposing to have about 1,000 square feet. So we're a little short on that if it was a 2-bedroom. But again, we're proposing a 1-bedroom apartment. And in a 1-bedroom is a minimum of 925 square feet. So we meet that requirement if it was a 1-bedroom. So the benefits of granting this variance would not substantially outweigh or detriment the benefits. The office is converted as being used by the attorney. Attorney will relocate the former office of the doctor's office, is presently vacant. Thus, the benefits of granting this variance will permit the vacant space to efficiently be used, saying that the doctor's space that's vacant right now is going to be occupied by the attorney. And once again, the exterior of the building is going to be beautified. We're going to put Belgian block curves. We're going to create new planting, and we're not going to change the character of the building from the outside.
I think he's got a future.
I think he needs a little work, but
Little rough.
come along. I do not have any questions. I wish I did, but I don't. Anyone? Questions for the planner? Anyone in the audience? Questions for the planner? None.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, one very brief paper won't speak, and then I will waive my summation.
Okay.
Because I know there's a lot of people.
How are you?
Claudio Carcia, Carchia, 123, 119 Franklin.
Would you raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay, what would you like to say?
Well, believe it or not, we brought him here because he's in favor of the application.
You wouldn't have brought him
Well, why you like it?
Well, as you know, that end of town has gotten busy. We have no municipal parking. So if that were to become a retail store or an office, the on-street parking would get a little bit more clustered as it is now. I'm sure people have been down that end of town. So I think she'd be an asset for us to have in the neighborhood, and we're all in favor.
And you own the two buildings to the left,
Correct.
toward Belleville, is that correct?
119 Franklin and 123.
Your witness, Mr. Chairman.
I do not have any questions. Thank you for coming out here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is there anyone in the audience that would like to be heard with regard to this application? Either pro or con? See, I don't see any, so I guess I'm looking for somebody to give me a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to permit the applicant to construct a rear entry vestibule and to convert and renovate the existing ground floor office into a one-bedroom dwelling and to retain the second floor apartment as is, and to allow the parking configuration as described on the plans, which is an existing non-conforming condition for the following reasons. The applicant will be able to retain use of the property which she and her husband built and will allow her to reside in close proximity to family. The applicant has agreed to the following conditions: to increase the interior doorways to 36 inches, which would be ADA compliant, and to install an ADA compliant ramp to the proposed back vestibule area instead of the proposed stairs as exist on the plan, with the intention to keep both apartments as one-bedroom apartments, with the first floor apartment with the first floor apartment sitting room not functioning as a bedroom because of the pass-through nature of the floor plan, and any other conditions set forth by council.
Second.
Is there any more conditions that we needed to add there? I don't believe there
No, I
were.
think there were,
That's
we got it.
Thank you. Can we, Secretary, please call the board?
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Scheibel?
Yes.
Mr. Daniel Colby?
Yes.
Mr. Brett Colby?
Yes.
Mr. Battaglia?
Yes.
Mr. Rosiano?
Yes. The variance has been granted. Good luck. Thank you.
That's great. Yeah. And you around. Yeah. The only thing I noticed about those doors, saying, because if she removes that.
Okay, 127 King Street.
Okay, I think I might have a blank one.
Now, did we never started this, right?
Nope. Letter of denial.
Mhm. Gotta find it. What paperwork with this one? Would the secretary please read the letter of denial for 127 King?
Regarding the proposed two-story multifamily residential building, 127 King Street, block lot 9406/3. Dear Mr. Gaccione Esquire, your request on behalf of your client Veronica Rose Nutley LLC at the above referenced premises for preliminary and final major site approval and for variances to build a two-story multifamily residential building having a one-bedroom unit on the ground floor and 3 two-bedroom units and a one-bedroom unit on the second floor and a parking lot with 10 spaces as shown on the preliminary and final site plan prepared by Stonefield Engineering and Design dated December 24th, 2020, and on the architectural plans prepared by Perret Sumden Architects dated December 28th, 2020, is denied for the following reasons. This property is located in an R-2 district as shown on the Nutley zoning map. Chapter 700, Article 5, Section 700-12 of the Codes of Nutley entitled Permitted Uses in the R-2 zoning district lists the permitted uses in the R-2 zoning district. A residential multifamily building and parking lot is not an improved use in an R-2 zoning district. Chapter 700, Article 8, Section 700-46A of the Codes of Nutley entitled Schedule of Regulations as to Bulk Height and Other Requirements lists the regulations in an R-2 district as described below. Then we have a chart. I don't think I need to read that. Okay.
That's fine. Thank you.
Chapter 700, Article 13, Section 700-94A1 of the Codes of Nutley entitled Additional Regulations on Off-Street Parking for One- and Two-Family Dwelling states that notwithstanding any other section of this chapter, no front yard of a lot upon which is located a one- or two-family dwelling shall be used for the parking of motor vehicles, except that the motor vehicles may be parked upon a driveway in the front yard. Similarly, in the case of corner lots, no side yard facing a street on a lot upon which is located a one- or two-family dwelling shall be used for the parking of motor vehicles, except that motor vehicles may be parked upon a driveway in the side yard. The use of a driveway for the parking of motor vehicles shall be subject to the following limitations. Front yard. The driveway shall consist of the area directly opposite to an attached garage, detached garage, or depressed garage, or the extension of the side yard into the front yard. The driveway width shall not exceed 16 feet. However, if there's no garage and no available side yard, a driveway not to exceed 16 feet in width from the side lot line may be constructed. The maximum allowable driveway width is 16 feet. The proposed driveway width is 24 feet. Chapter 700, Article 13, Section 700-94A3A of the Codes of Nutley entitled Additional Regulations on the Off-Street Parking for One- or Two-Family Dwellings states that each property shall not have more than one driveway and one curb cut. Curb cuts are subject to the following standards. Curb cuts in R-1, R-1A, R-1AA, R-2, and R-3 districts shall not exceed 16 feet in length. The maximum allowable curb cut width is 16 feet. The proposed curb cut width is 24 feet. Chapter 700, Article 13, Section 700-9A of the Codes of Nutley entitled Buffer for Parking Area states that where any parking or loading area adjoins a lot in any R district, a landscape buffer at least 6 feet in width containing plantings at least six feet high shall be provided. The proposed width as shown is 5.6 feet. The evergreen trees are not shown to run the entire length of the rear line. The size of the plant schedule is noted as 5 to 6 feet, whereas the requirement is 6 feet. Chapter 700, Article 13, Section 700-96 of the Code of Nutley entitled Location of Off-Street Parking for Other Uses states that except for uses specified in 700-94 and 700-95, parking and loading areas located in any front yard or side yard abutting a street shall not be permitted within 10 feet of the right-of-way line of a street. The minimum setback of off-street parking and loading area from any other lot line shall be 5 feet. The 5-foot parking and loading area setback need not be provided between properties which have common access or common parking areas. The handicap space to the front is right up to the front property line. The parking spots to the front left shall have a 4-foot 1-inch setback to the lot line. Chapter 600, Section 600-1 of the Codes of Nutley entitled Approval Required Exceptions states that no construction permit or certificate of occupancy shall be issued for any use except one or two family detached dwellings and permitted accessory use thereto unless a site plan shall have first been approved by the board in accordance with the terms of this chapter, except that site plan approval shall not be required for the following, except as set forth in subsection B. Chapter 600, Section 600-5 of the Codes of Nutley entitled Content of Plan lists the requirements for a site plan. A preliminary review of the site plan prepared by Stonefield Engineering and Design dated December 4th, 2020 indicates that the following items are missing from the site plan checklist. B, 18 copies of application and site plan, and C, fee in accordance with the schedule of fees 85-42. Additionally, the submitted plans are missing from the following requirements listed under 600-5F. 3, a place for the signatures of the chairman and secretary of the approving board, which must be changed to zoning board of adjustment. 17, the names of owners and use of property of all lands adjacent to the property and block and lot numbers. And 31, construction official may require building elevation views of adjacent properties.
Done? Okay, Mr.
Should
Gassion.
I call for a vote now?
I think, my God. We have to stop for oxygen.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, council. His name is Robert Gassion. The firm is Gassion, Pomaco, 524 Union Avenue in Daleville. I represent the applicant in this matter, Veronica Rose Nutley LLC. My clients are the owners of 127 King Street, the former site of Zinicola Bakery. My clients are looking to demolish a section of the existing building and renovate the remainder and construct a second-story addition. They are seeking to convert the use of the subject property to a multifamily with a total of 5 units. The proposal is for 4 two-bedrooms and 1 one-bedroom. The use is not permitted because the subject property is located in an R2 zone where multifamily use is not permitted. There are use and bulk variances which will be delineated by the planner. Many of the bulk variances are pre-existing, as such condition will not be changed. The witnesses you'll hear from are Tom Maioli of the applicant entity, Arthur Kuyan, the engineer, Mark Perrette, the architect, and Eric Deline, the planning consultant. I'd like to call my first witness, my client. Mr. Maioli. Yep.
Would you first give us your full names? Spell your
Thomas Maioli,
last name for us
Maoli,
and your address.
475, I just moved, 475 Bernardsville Road in Mendham, New Jersey.
Okay, now you can hold your hand up. Do you swear the testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay.
Mr. Maioli, are you a member of the ownership entity?
Yes, I am.
And is that entity the owner of the property on King Street that was formerly Zinicola?
It is.
And for how long have you owned that property?
About 18 months.
And what is the current condition of that property?
It is a vacant bakery that is currently leased to the prior Zinicola family for park trucks and load up his bread routes.
And would you basically describe the operation that they had there and what they have now?
Well, I know it very well because I swept floors there as a kid. But the operation that they had there was a bakery with trucks coming in and out. They would start at sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning baking, and the trucks would get loaded up starting at about 5 o'clock in the morning. And then they would pull out and they would come back in the afternoon as they would bake all day long. And there was anywhere, when I worked there, there was anywhere from 10 to maybe 15 trucks. and they would come back in the afternoon, load up for the afternoon routes so that they can get back out to the supermarkets and feed the restaurants for their bread.
And basically that bakery operation has ceased some years back, that they are still using it in what way, did you say?
They're using it currently to park trucks and load up their baked goods that they buy from other vendors to do their routes.
And what is it you are seeking approval to do at this location?
To convert the existing building into a 5-unit residential apartment.
And if you are successful with this application, you plan to retain ownership of the building?
I do.
I have no further questions. Let's witness, Mr. Chairman.
You said that'll be 4 2-bedroom and 1 1-bedroom, is that right?
That's correct.
Question? Anyone? Questions?
Obviously, the architect testified.
Yeah. Let me see if there's anyone in the audience that has a question for the owner. I guess not.
Thank you.
Somebody has a question? Frank, an audience member has a question.
I'm sorry, could you come up then, please? You need to come up and be sworn in. Now, this is a question for the owner. All right, would you give us your full name? Spell your last,
Robin Zatola, 22 Wesley Place,
spell your last name, please.
Zitola.
And would you raise your right hand? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
It is, yes.
What would you like to ask the owner?
I'm just curious that he keeps saying all these trucks coming in and out. I've lived there for 16 years. I'm right behind Zinnicola's. The trucks are more like vans. And I'm just curious, all these trucks that are coming in and out, like, I don't see them. And actually, like the ones that are being parked there, what trucks are being parked there? I live around the corner, so curious to know.
Just, I'll let him answer the question, but obviously, Mr. Mayor was talking about when it was in its heyday. And I'm sure
He said that there were still trucks going in and out of there
there
for,
are some now, and I'll let him answer the question, but I'm sure everybody remembers it was a very
Oh, yeah.
busy operation at one time. Kaczynski's and Zinnicola's supplied bread for Nutley and the surrounding area back then.
Yes, just to answer the questions, there are box trucks that are going in and out of there, and in the heyday of delivery, there were delivery trucks bringing supplies into the bakery like flour and cornmeal for the bakery. But what it's being used for today is the past owner, which is one of the Zinicola family members, now has his goods baked off site. He has a couple of trucks parked there, and he fills his trucks up on a daily basis to go out to have them delivered. And I don't know the exact number, but I believe it's 1 or 2, maybe possibly 3 trucks.
And they're trucks, not vans?
Box trucks.
I would call them equivalent to a UPS truck.
so large step vans.
That is correct. In fact, in one of the pictures that the engineer has, which was recently taken, there is a photograph of it.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
I guess I feel like he's making it sound like there's trucks going in and out.
He just gave testimony that it's a couple of trucks right now that are using the property. Thank you.
The testimony you're giving about the buying of trucks and buying of business, that goes back some years, is it not?
That is correct.
Okay.
No.
All right. I don't think we have any other questions for this witness.
Oh, there's another.
Oh, we have another
It's hard-
question?
It's hard to see.
Yeah, we can't see this. Television's in my way. Come on up.
Hello,
First name, last name.
Rafael Wilches, Wilches.
CHS and your address? Your address.
145 Hancock's Avenue, Nutley, so that's
Okay.
the next block.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what would you like to say?
I just wanted to confirm again, being a resident right next block, that there's no trucks. I've been living there for the past years. There is not high quantity of trucks, maybe one or two tops, and I just want to testify.
So you're
that-
confirming what the owner said?
I don't know if that is accurate. I don't see them coming in and out as it was said. So it's really like vans. But I just want to testify that there's not high quantity of trucks coming in and out.
Okay, thank you.
Again, we
One more?
don't disagree with that.
We have one more. But this is a question for the owner, not to reiterate what's been said already. You have a question for the owner? This is not the public comment side, that section. You do have a question, okay.
Hi, my name is Maria Warner, WARNER, and I live at 52 Freedom Road, Nutley.
Okay, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. it is.
Okay.
Just, Mr. Mayor, I work as
Excuse me.
You got to speak it to the microphone, ma'am? You got to speak it to the microphone because it has to go on record.
I worked as a public bakery my whole life, so my father and my brothers for a while, we knew the family well, as a matter of fact, both Uncle John and Tino Tom. And yes, they had about 4 trucks at the most, and the delivery trucks would come once a week for the flour. and stuff. That was a whole different time then. All the years I worked, there was 4 trucks, most of them vans. There wasn't a lot of traffic. That whole area of King Street is inundated with cars on the streets right now. And adding that many units to that area is going to be
This-
like a mad.
You're going off topic here.
Sorry.
You could come up at the end. We will have a portion.
So I just wanted to say, as I looked through, there wasn't a lot of trucks, you know that, and I think that all those box trucks, and yes, my father was working in talking that. It was really only 4 vans, most of the time, except for the cars. And it's very hard.
All right.
That's really.
Okay, thank you.
Just like to,
Anyone else? We're good.
Question. Okay.
Ms. Maoli, I'm sorry. Maoli, I'd just like to ask you again, what period of time are you referring to when there were numerous trucks there? And what is going on the last couple of years? Repeat it, say it.
The number of trucks that I was talking about were several years back, probably at least 5 years back, for, the operation started slowing down. One of the brothers died off, and the brother that I went to kindergarten with took over the operation, and it started dying down then. But when I worked there as a kid, and I don't want to date myself, but I can tell you that, there were multiple trucks coming in and out of there. I drove a truck. I did deliveries to the shop right in all these areas. And there were flour trucks coming in there, dropping off flour in the day and in the middle of the night. So yeah, it was several years back. But the current operations, that is what you're asking me, is that there are a few trucks, 2 or 3. I don't know exactly how many. I leased it to him for him to get his bread from another baker and load his trucks there and deliver it so he could still keep his income going for him.
That's just a repeat.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Continue with my next witness.
Yes, please.
This is your architect?
This is my engineer.
Engineer. Okay, thank
Engineer.
you.
Okay, would you give us your full name first? Your full name?
Sure. Arthur Kuyan, that's spelled Arthur, last name Kuyan.
And your address?
92 Park Avenue in Rutherford, New Jersey.
All right. Do you swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, now
That gives.
yeah, we got to get your qualifications. I guess.
Would you review what your occupation is and where you maintain your practice?
Sure. I'm a project manager at Stonefield Engineering Design, located at 93 Park Avenue in Rutherford, New Jersey.
From what school did you graduate and what degree did you obtain?
Received my bachelor's in science from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute.
Are you a licensed engineer in the state of New Jersey?
I am.
Would you briefly give the board the benefit of some of your experience?
Sure. I've been involved in the field of land development for over 10 years, specializing in multifamily residential projects such as the one we had before you.
Mr. Chairman, I submit that Mr. Guion is qualified as an expert.
He is qualified and acceptable.
Art, did you prepare the engineering site plan for the proposed 5 units?
I did.
And could you review the location of the property?
Sure. Exhibit.
Mark, this is
marked unmarked as an exhibit.
A1 or A2?
A1 is,
A1.
but if we didn't do anything before, right? So
No.
A1.
No, it's the first thing we put in. I don't know if you had marked the application or something.
Now, A1 is, and what's the date on those plans?
September 7th, 2021.
Okay.
Prepared by Stonefield Engineering Design.
Okay.
This project site is located at 127 King Street, block 9406, lot 3. It's a 7,500 square foot parcel. Like mentioned, it's currently vacant.
And just a little further description of the existing site, the site.
Sure, it's located in the residential R2 zone, two-family zone. As such, it's surrounded by residential uses. It's fronted by King Street, a 2-lane municipal road. The site currently is just over 97% impervious. Generally flat site, elevations ranging from 140 to 146. Majority of the stormwater, either sheet flows or is captured by roof drains that discharge.
Will you review the proposed site generally?
I'd like to just flip to the site plan rendering, which I'll mark as exhibit 82, essentially just a colorized rendering of the site plan.
Same date, September 7th.
It's not, this one is dated October 14th, 2021, prepared by Stonefield Engineering.
Okay.
Project proposed to revitalize and redevelop the site to accommodate a 5-unit multifamily residential building. Part of the development, we're proposing granite curbing and sidewalk along the frontage of the property. Access to the site will be provided via a driveway from King Street. It services 10 parking spots. 10 parking spots will be inclusive of 1 ADA spot. The proposed project will also service all new utilities, including gas, electric, sewer, and water.
Would you describe the existing landscaping and discuss the proposed landscaping?
Sure, so not really too much to talk about. The site is currently 97%. So landscaping generally limits itself to lawn. Part of the proposed development would be to install a variety of berry shrubs as well as green arborvitae towards the rear of the property, in addition to the 1 street tree along the frontage of King Street.
Review the changes to the drainage plan and the result of what would be as the proposed drainage.
So given the nature of the development, it is classified as a minor development. The impervious are just over 1,000 square feet. We're maintaining the existing drainage patterns, and we did have a conversation with the township engineer, and we'd be agreeable to installing stormwater management facilities such as a dry well to capture the on-site drainage as well.
Your light.
Absolutely. So no light poles, generally just building mounted lights to provide illumination for pedestrians that use the facility. The intent is to illuminate the site itself without providing too much spillover onto the neighboring properties. There was a comment in the
We're good now?
Okay,
Continue.
You said you could hear it now? We're good, thank you.
sorry for that.
I'll go back. Did you have an opportunity to review the township engineer's report? I did. And did your office submit a written response to some of those issues raised?
We did, yes,
And make changes to the plans as a result?
we did.
Can you comment on those engineering changes and the comments you responded to from the engineer's report?
Absolutely. So the biggest one is obviously the stormwater, which we are going to be proposing the stormwater management technique as part of the property. A large majority of them I did cover in my testimony. We would be agreeable to all of the issues raised in the engineering review letter. Simply the only one is the lighting, illumination, the bottom left of the site, a small portion. Again, in an event to avoid any illumination spillover to the right of way and neighboring property.
Okay, so you agree to all of the issues raised in the Pannoni report with the exception of the lighting in the what corner would we call it?
Huh? In the, that would be.
No further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Your proposed landscaping is along the left side there, it's gonna be 4 foot of grass along that building.
Well, on the left side, you have your interior shrubs, which is the same plant that's used along the frontage, whether it's the entrance.
Do you have any grass?
Yeah, yes, it'll be in addition to lawn as well.
On the side, there won't be a yard.
Well, you're calling it a lawn area.
Yeah, along essentially all 3 sides of the building will be lawn and landscape.
All 3 sides?
How tall are those bushes gonna be?
36 inches.
All the ones in the back as well?
Those are green arborvitae, evergreen trees.
How
They're
tall?
all 6 feet.
So you're not even planting them at 6 feet, you're planting them smaller?
They're usually planted 5 to 6 feet.
And the lighting you were talking about, that's only gonna be in the front of the building or the sides of the, basically the sides facing your neighbors?
Yeah, everything is essentially in the parking itself. There's no spillover along, all plan west, north, and east.
Is there any buildings like this in that area? Multifamily, more than 2 family? Okay, yep, okay.
The overall size of the property is 75 by 100.
Yes, it's 75.
I don't think my questions are more for architecture.
I have a couple of
Go ahead,
questions.
please.
The back area behind the proposed new building. Looking at it from the front, the left side against the wooden stockade fence, that's elevated about 3.5, 4 feet in height. And then on the right side, it appears to come down to ground level. Is there a slope back there? Because
Generally range about 4 feet, 5 feet drop.
okay, so in terms of the buffer zone and the landscaping, are you proposing to level that out? What are you proposing with the arborvitae? And are you putting in a new fence? Are those fences belong to the neighbors or are they on the property?
The fences, it's kind of a mixture. There are fences that belong to the neighbors. What we're providing with the arborvitae trees is just the way to landscape it and buffer it. I think your other question was, are we going to level the property? Certainly just provide parking, a little bit more of a smoother topography. So what you'll see is the back of the park is probably going to be at elevation 141, where the back area ranges from elevation 142, 146.
But the elevation of the slope like, from that left corner to the right corner, will that be leveled out or will that be retained as a slope, which would mean that your buffer trees would not be aligned at their tops, they would be sloping down.
Right, that's, and that, it wouldn't be level, generally maintained the same existing topography, and they wouldn't be along, they would essentially follow the slope.
Additionally, are you putting in any irrigation to maintain the buffer zone and the side?
No,
Also, in the engineering report, you-
My client has no objection to putting irrigation in to maintain watering on those plants.
yeah, we kind of, if the board would like to propose a retaining wall and level out that back portion instead of having the natural slope that's out there right now.
would that give the neighbors more privacy in terms of maintaining the sight lines of the arborvitae?
Just 1 second while my witness discusses it with the applicant.
Yeah, we would be happy to level it out. We'll provide more if we do bring it up and essentially raise it to that elevation of 46, it would create more of a buffer.
To put larger arborvitae's in?
Yes.
The parking lot, you said it's elevation 141?
The larger arborvitae, just so we know.
I mean,
what we're into.
you can get them as high as 15 feet high. I mean, I'm using
For
a
the record,
larger size.
What are you suggesting? Large, you said 6 feet.
You're-
What are you talking about? What height can you?
You have nothing on the first floor back there. It's parking garage, correct? So then it starts with put a feasibly large arborvitae there to help soften it for the neighbor.
Yeah, I think we can definitely propose larger.
Can we say 10 feet just so we have a record? And therefore it would grow obviously. to
Yeah.
14 or
what is
15,
the,
I
what is
assume.
the proposed condition that you
That
want?
these arborvitae's would be larger to create soften up the
So, The
uh,
arborvitae should be minimum of how
10
tall are you
feet.
suggesting? 10 feet?
Yeah.
I have a question about the elevation of the parking area, the parking lot itself underneath. You said it went from 141 to 145 elevation?
Parking lot itself.
I mean, but you're going to be, I know the parking lot will be what elevation?
140 to
140 to 141 and change. And outside, how high above ground will that be then? Above the outside, the sidewalks?
The sidewalks range from elevation 140 to about 141, but along the rear and side of the property, the elevation generally is higher than what's going to be within the site.
The elevation of the exterior of the property is higher than what's going to be inside? By how much?
Ranges from 141 to 146.
Good. Did you do that one? Engineer.
No. I think it'd be your-
I don't know.
Well, you can ask.
What would you, do you have a figure on the density of this property, on the property, this building on property?
Detail of that.
The density?
It's in terms of the
Units per acre.
yeah, we're proposing 1,500. It's one lot. 1,500 square feet.
I don't think that's it.
They're talking about dwelling units per acre.
I think it's about 29.
29?
29.
Who would figure that out? Is it the engineer or the architect? So we've been going.
I will get the architect on it, then don't worry about it right now.
Okay.
I have no other questions. Anybody else on the board? Any more questions?
Mr. Chairman, I have one additional question, going back to elevation. The facade of the existing building, the left-hand window area appears to be level and then goes down to where the right-hand doorway is on a slope and there's sort of a step up. Will you be leveling that area out and making it level with the sidewalk and the rest of the street? Or will you be retaining the slope that exists at the moment?
You mentioned that area one time, please.
I have a picture of it. The front of the facade where right now the double pane glass windows are, that appears to be level with the sidewalk. And then the second door that was to the commercial property appears to slope slightly. And then the door to the residential area is slopes down. Will you be retaining that slope or will you be leveling it out?
She took her. Are you looking at a picture you took yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So we have to show the applicant's attorney.
She's passed it.
Okay, let's mark that. Let's mark that for A3.
So just to answer your question, the doorway for the property is more on the left side than shown here. So we will be leveling up that portion provided.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Anyone in the audience with a question for the engineer? I don't see any, so let's continue, please. Oh,
Yeah, if
A3.
you could, just because we're talking about it. I'll take it back.
You have a garbage area here?
Defer to the architect on that.
Architect on that?
Yeah.
It doesn't go on, it's not on.
Excuse me, you have a question? Come on up. Go ahead, while we're getting our public.
Let's go over the setbacks again, the proposed setbacks for the back and the side. On the right side, how many feet will you have? And the side, please.
4.2 on the right side.
4.2. And in the back?
No,
5.6.
it's 3.2 on the front of the right side.
3.2?
4.2 in the back,
3.2 in the front.
Oh, you have it on here.
Mhm. Actually, 3.1 is your closest.
Okay, you're looking at the
There's
application.
just somebody.
Okay.
Well, I'm looking at this right here.
Oh, you're looking, okay, you're looking.
3.1 is on the drawing.
Is the right side your?
That's the closest, yes.
Okay. Somebody had a question.
Yeah. On this side should be 6. I'm sorry, just give us your name again. You've already been sworn in.
Robin Zatola.
Okay, what would your question be for the
So
engineer?
I just had a question that, for the rear setback, that's where they're saying they're going to be planting trees that are going to be, you're saying 5 feet? Is that
We agree.
10 feet? So, but there's only like 5.6 feet of room. So you're planting a tree that's 10 foot tall? They plant trees already 10 foot tall, or it's going to grow to be 10 foot tall?
We agree to plan that.
Okay. Right, so my fence, yeah, so my fence is 6 feet, right? So 10 feet would only be like 4, like I have a picture of my back. I don't know if I could show this to you guys so you could see my
So-
yard
Okay.
and where the building is.
We can do that. And is your question going to be, will those trees be high enough to be above the fence? Is that going to be your question? So that would be relevant to your question. So yes, but we're going to not mark it an A exhibit. We're going to mark it as an O.
Yeah, bring it up here and we'll.
So that's the existing,
Okay.
but they're gonna go on top of that.
So O1.
Unless the elevation's higher than you were.
Okay, so I've marked it 01, 1018, 127 King Street, Zatola, since that was the neighbor who introduced this. Mr. Gassion, if you could take a look. And then we'll show it to the witness and then ask your question. I think you want to ask questions about the arborvitae's in relationship to your fence. That's a question, I'm assuming? Okay, go ahead.
And the privacy. Because the building is gonna be on top of that. So you, 10 foot is gonna block that,
But we 10 feet.
but, okay, so if this is 6 and this building is probably 10 feet, the building that's already existing, then you're putting a building on top of that, like how tall is that going to be?
The first part of that was height of the building, but it would provide adequate screens.
So do I have to ask him that question, how high is it going to be?
You,
How high the building is gonna be.
Yeah.
okay, could,
And the windows size?
okay, you're all talking. You're all discussing so they understand what the testimony was, okay? Thank you.
I
So
have to
you'll
ask
come
the
back up for the
architect that
architect
question.
about that detail.
Okay. Any other questions? Not at this time. Oh, we have one more. Come on up.
Here, I don't see anybody.
I can't see behind the TV.
Okay.
It's like,
That's okay. Okay.
just give us your name once again.
Rafael Wilches.
Yes.
And my question is, can you just explain how the current water, stormwater is currently behaving and what changes will happen with the new proposed building?
Sure, so currently, right now.
You have to get on mic.
So right now, everything sheet flows onto the pavement and just runs off onto King Street, captured by a variety of roof drains for the existing building. What we're doing is vastly improving that by not only increasing the pervious area on site, which used to be impervious, but in speaking with you, we did agree to propose a dry well system that will capture the stormwater on site and infiltrate it into the ground.
Okay. Any more? I don't see any more. Oh, we have one more. Come on up.
For the question.
Mhm.
Yes, very good question.
Come up to the mic and give us your name again, please.
Maria Warner,
Excuse me?
Maria Warner.
Maria Warner.
Okay.
Quick question. If in back of the building, there's 5 feet, 6 inches to the property line, and they have their fence, you're gonna put trees. They're big. So how many feet in is your proposed parking lot of building away from that fence? Is it gonna be 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet? And if the parking lot, that's the question, the parking lot will be level. Is that water going to spill into the backyard of the neighbors? So they're gonna have like some water problems there? Will the water just go towards King Street? Or will it go towards the rear of the parking lot?
Sure, I think there was a few questions there. So it's set back 5.6 feet. These green arborvitae trees are specifically meant to be planted in these tight areas. I think the other question was about the level of the parking lot. The parking lot will generally slope towards King Street. There's no intention to have any stormwater runoff to the neighboring properties.
Just one question, will there be less water that leaves the site after this development than there is now?
Yes.
How will you maintain those trees?
I would assume just the property owner would maintain the trees.
How will they get at them?
Say that one more time?
How will we get at them? He's got 5 feet of space there. And these trees are gonna get, a 15-foot arborvitae's gotta be 4 or 5 feet wide.
Is there another option for, I think, I'm assuming it was one of the neighbors that was speaking before, is there, and they're concerned with the second floor, basically looks like from the picture that was submitted is overlooking their pool. So is there, in your opinion, other ways to create some kind of a privacy at that height level. And to go along with the chairman was speaking about, was saying, how do you maintain it as well? Like, is there a way to come up with something to create a privacy and also have enough room to maintain those bushes where, a workable area in a 5'6", right? You may know more than I do and can come up with something, but I think to go back on what we were saying with the 10 feet arborvitae, I don't know if that actually really does anything, because the next level is so high. I mean, maybe there's something that you can come up with.
I don't think there's anything you could plant there that's gonna do what you need it to do and be maintainable. You've got to get in there every now and then and either cut the dead wood off and mulch below it. How do you walk back there? How do you even walk behind the building? There's no way to get behind the building.
I think there is an opportunity.
Sorry for fire.
At a minimum, the arborvitaes aren't planted along the entirety of the rear yard. So you will have an opportunity to get back there and do some sort of maintenance. In relation to the question of, is there anything else we can do to increase privacy? I think we were talking about potentially leveling it out, and bringing the entirety of it back up, a retaining wall that would help you essentially be adding 3 to 2 feet above it. So you're essentially creating an additional privacy and screen.
It's just tight. Like, I don't even like the popular trees. They're a tree that grows tall and skinny. They have them around Nutley. You'll see them on the streets. But again, the same issue happens, popular tree, an arborvitae, anything is going to be almost 5 feet wide as it is. So
Whatever you put there is going to make it impossible to maintain. And aside from that, how does the fire department get back there?
I would say it's.
Are there egress windows on that side?
I would refer to the architect for that question in terms of the egress window.
Yeah. So I don't see any fire department able to get back there. If there are egress windows on the back, what do? Jump into the trees? There's no way to get out. So we'll ask the architect about when we get there, but is that answers your question for now? I mean, we don't have the answer yet. Okay, thank you. I don't have any more questions. Anyone?
Are there before and are not applied?
Yes, arborvitaes are meant for this type of use in tight landscaping areas to provide screening.
I agree with that. And there are arborvitaes that are designed to be in a tight space and will grow tall and provide screening. But I mean, I've had arborvitaes in my yard, and they still get pretty wide. The taller they get, the wider they get. It's how they grow. And I'm just thinking about maintenance wise. I mean, they start at the base. There's no large trunk that you can walk under and take care of. They start pretty much at the base.
Are they able to be trimmed and maintained so that they don't get beyond 5 feet and they go underneath?
To the chairman's point too, is you're also, you have bushes on this side, you have bushes on the other side. No one has access really to get back there. That's another.
I would say.
Well, unless it's open in the back through the garage. I don't know if it's closed off in the back or if it goes straight through.
It is open. Essentially, it's just closed along this wall here. These bushes and trees are obviously shown for illustrative purposes. They're not necessarily representative of how wide it's going to be.
Could you repeat that?
I'm just saying more so along the lines of that. Even though there are shrubs here, there's still the opportunity to walk around the shrubs.
We're talking about the back of the building more.
I just mentioned that you're blocking even access to get into the yard because there's bushes everywhere.
Yeah.
So you don't really.
There's nowhere to get around this building at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, the architect will testify when we go into the questions that are being raised.
Absolutely. Anyone else? Any other questions? I think that's it. Yeah, we're just ready for your next witness, sure. Right. Could you give us your full name, please?
Mark
Spell-
Barrett, Barrett
spell-
Sergeant Architects. Last name is P-A-R-E-T-T-E.
And raise your right hand, please. You swear the testimony about you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Mr. Brett, what's your occupation?
I'm a licensed architect in the state of New Jersey.
How long practicing in the field and what school did you graduate from?
Graduated from NJIT, class of 83. I've been practicing since 1988.
And you indicated you're a licensed engineer. Have you taught any courses in conjunction with your work?
I have taught architecture courses at NJIT,
A member of any society professional connected with your work?
the American Institute of Architects.
Mr. Chairman, I submit that Mr. Brett is qualified as an expert. in field work.
Is qualified and acceptable. Thanks.
To go out of order with my question.
It's acceptable.
You heard the extensive testimony with regard to the arborvitae's and the access behind the property and the access along the side, the screening and the height of the arborvitae's. Please comment on the questions that were made having to do with the shrubbery and the screening, the height of the trees and the access.
Sure. So because we have a raised parking structure, which is open to the rear, you can just walk right through the parking lot and access the arborvitae directly. Now, if there's a retaining wall, it's going to be installed. Obviously, you have to get up on that retaining wall to get to the arborvitae, but you could just walk right to them. They're all accessible from underneath the building.
So both the side and the rear would be accessible from underneath the building.
That's correct.
Accessible to walk to or accessible to take care of and maintain?
Well, you could walk to them. I don't know. I couldn't speak enough about what's required to maintain them. My experience with arborvitae is it's a very columnar tree. They grow very tall and narrow. I've never had to trim the ones that are at my house, but I'm no expert.
But you can access trees from within the building.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go back to my normal questions. I want to get to that one first because everybody's concerned. Would you describe the existing structure on the site?
Sure. The existing structure is a masonry building, primarily some wood frame, subject to a number of additions over the years. I think the original structure is probably about 100 years old. The balance of it has been thrown upon over that time. In its last iteration, it was a bakery, commercial bakery, and a cash garage that serviced the vehicles.
Now, are alterations and or additions planned in this building?
Yes, there are.
Can't make as much
Would you
money. That's all it's all
describe
about.
those alterations and or additions generally?
So the expectation is to leave the original commercial bakery, which is to the right-hand side of the cross street, demolish the garage space and some of the bakery to the rear, allow that to increase the parking that's available, the grade, and then to build the second floor over where the existing garage was, and to bring that second floor over to wrap and connect.
Yeah, it's on for preliminary and final. Preliminary and final.
The architectural set.
You want to see?
Right? Please.
And what, just one more bit of housekeeping, the date on this.
28 December 2020.
28th of December, 2020. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Well, so the intention is to take the brick building, which is to the right on the property, repurpose that as a one-bedroom apartment on the first floor, and then above, the renovated and new second floor would house 3 two-bedroom,
And what's the bedroom on the first, apartment on the first floor again?
one bed.
One bedroom. Just so I make it clear, there was a mistake. I was talking about, I think the application submitted saying 4 two-bedrooms and 1 one-bedroom. We have made a mistake, my apology. It's 2 one-bedrooms and 3 two-bedrooms that are being presented.
I'm sorry, that's two one-bedroom
And 3.
and 3 two-bedroom?
That's correct.
And is there a basement area?
Yes, there's an existing basement. We'll retain the basement. It's roughly 1,200 square feet, and that'll be used just for utilities.
And there was a question about waste of garbage. What is the procedure that will be followed with regard to garbage?
So I have another plan.
Gotta mark this one.
Up to A5. And if I could have the date on that plan and what we're going to call that, what is that?
The picture is the same, 28 December. Oh,
Want the drawing number?
Proposed ground floor plan,
Okay, proposed ground floor plan. What is the drawing number on it?
DE 3.2.
Okay, thank you.
What date did you have on that? What was the date?
December 28, 2020.
Correct.
What's our date?
Well, the plans we have is for municipal submission, revision
Oh,
5/12/2021.
yeah, I checked on this. I have an email from the code official. I asked him to check to make sure that it was the exact same thing. I do have the email.
Okay,
Let me just,
okay, so it's,
I've started checking after we had that one.
so the plans we have that are revision 5/12/21 are the same as,
They're identical to that
Okay.
submission dated December 28th.
just so we're looking at the same thing. Okay,
Yes.
continue, please.
So the expectation is to provide for individual trash cans directly behind the proposed stairwell. This area here.
Behind
No,
us.
the apartment is actually this hatched off with 2 structural columns. So
So between 3
Mm-hmm.
homes.
it's a concrete pad.
I think it's
No.
proposed as asphalt, striped asphalt.
I'm sorry, concrete columns on the floor.
Yeah, number between 3 and 4 next to the stairway.
That's good for garbage cans or garbage. Yeah,
Cans.
cans. So this will thicken.
Correct.
Have further explanation, a little more detail with regard to the size of the units and the makeup of the units.
Don't have the size of the units at hand. The makeup is, as I said, we have 3 two-bedrooms and 2 single.
And you have an opportunity to use the reports of the planner and the engineer.
I did.
And you have any comments? Mr. Brooks?
Not.
Anything further you want to add to the explanation of this proposed project?
I do not.
No further questions?
Okay, let's get back to the density issue. Do you have a figure for the density of this project?
I believe the planner has that testimony.
Sorry about that.
This was 3-card Monte.
I think the number I gave.
It's pretty, okay,
But I can't testify, you will.
Okay.
all right. I guess the planner would comment on the fire department access as well. I mean, What I'd like to know is,
Fire access? No, I think the engineer could comment on the fire access.
we asked him about that. He can come
I'll call him back.
in a minute. Let's go over egress. Are there egress windows on the back portion of this?
There are.
There are, and they would be in that little area that's 6 feet, 5'6".
In one of the bedrooms, that's correct.
In one of the
Egress
bedrooms.
Windows would be. over
Okay,
that-
how does the
that
fire
area.
department get back there and save somebody or set up a ladder?
I don't have an answer for that.
What was the
But my,
How will the fire department or like someone that needs to get back there to save somebody, get to the window?
Get their wind.
Mm-hmm.
Fire department wouldn't fight a fire back then in that little area. And they
Didn't-
probably be entering the building.
But there may be, if there's an egress window there, that means it's meant to be for someone to get out of. How does he get out of there safely?
I mean, I can't testify.
I mean,
5'6", there should be no problem.
Now, with arborvitae's,
Not with arborvitae's there. And how do you get the ladder up? You gotta be able to walk the ladder, and if you gotta use a regular ladder, you have to walk the ladder and then stand it up. 5'6" is not a lot of space to set up a ladder at what height? What height is that? At the proper angle?
5'6" is quite generous in distance in a lot of situations. I've certainly seen 3 feet. There are plenty of buildings where people maintain them on 3 feet.
In order to stand the ladder up at that height, what would the window height be? Above ground?
well, if we raise the grade a little bit, I think you're probably looking at 9 feet to the bottom of the window.
9 feet to the bottom of the bedroom window? How could that be? How tall is the garage?
Garage is clear, I think, 9 feet.
So if the garage is 9 feet, how could it be 9 feet to the bottom of the window?
Well, I think we're raising the grade back there, aren't we? Wasn't there testimony?
Well, if you're raising the grade there, then you're gonna have a step up to get out of the garage then? To get
Well, I
out of
think
the
there
property?
was- I thought they were talking about, and I may have misheard, I thought there was testimony that they were going to put a retaining wall back there to level out the grade across the back.
Okay, so then you need a step to get out of the parking lot to that area, right?
You'd have to step up onto that retaining.
so the retaining wall will be against the building?
That's my
I'm going to
understanding.
call the engineer to testify if I could.
Yeah,
So,
because if.
while we're on this line of questions, Mr. Chairman, got to recall the engineer.
Yes, please. Another one to the inside.
You recall the image?
Yes.
And you heard the question being asked.
Yes.
Let's start with the question, access to the window. What is the procedure if someone to access one of the windows in the back?
Well, generally 5'6" should be enough, just depending on if we have the windows on the left side, obviously the arborvitae's aren't there. In terms of access, just be a ladder up to the window.
With the arborvitae's in the rear though.
The way that the way the arborvitae's are spaced out, there is some room. Could center them a little bit to, maybe move 1 or 2 and shift them here to have access to the rear portions of the site.
But if we move the arborvitae's away from the window, aren't we defeating the purpose of the privacy?
Right.
The arborvitae's were there for privacy. Now we're gonna move the arborvitae's out of the way so that you could save somebody, but now the privacy's gone again.
So we can't do both.
Exactly, exactly. You can't do much. I mean, I'm getting answers like, I don't know, I'm not an expert, I can't see how.
Could you, while you're up here, what would you be raising the grade in the back up to? And where would the retaining wall be going?
If there was an intent to level it, it would be up against the building and at the property line, just to have that level grade. We'd be
So
raising it to
the retaining
146.
wall will be against the building.
There would be, it would be twofold. It would be a retaining wall against the building, given the elevation of the parking, that leveled area, and there would be a retaining wall, small in nature at the property line.
On the property, so you're creating a planter, more or less.
Just want to make sure that there's not going to be water going from the retaining wall back.
No.
Now, if you have a retaining wall on both sides, doesn't that make the space even more narrow back there?
No, so essentially, right now, we have an area for a curb to provide, because there is a change in grade in the parking lot to the landscape area. And within the property itself, it would, you know, it would be level with the part of elevation.
Okay. And what height would that be?
Elevation 146 is the highest that goes there, it would be.
Because I want to get back to the height of that second floor window. She was trying to figure out the height of the grade. So if the garage is at 9 foot, the grade, you bring the grade up to,
146.
okay, now give me the height of the second floor window. Between the two.
I think it would be around that 9 foot that the architect mentioned.
But the garage is at,
Right, the garage is at elevation 141.
How many feet?
Right, so you just raised it 5 feet with the retaining wall.
Right.
Which makes that window now 4 feet off of the ground?
that's a retaining wall.
Well, no, floor will be 4 feet off the ground, but the bottom of the floor.
So without the retaining wall, the window's at 12 feet.
Why don't we call the architect back up? Okay.
Yes. Basically, if we put a retaining wall in, we said we don't know exactly, but it's from 146 to 141, you got a 5 foot difference. So somewhere that 5 foot, I don't know how it falls back there, but you're raising that back area by 5 feet per se, which now makes that window,
Closer to the ground.
yeah, either 4 foot off the ground or,
It makes it.
you said 9.
Yeah, 8 or 9 feet off the ground.
Second floor window.
Yeah,
I know, but if we
Raising the
just raise
grade
that up,
5 feet.
right.
You're raising the grade for that planter.
So if there was no retaining wall, and you said 9 feet clear under the garage, another foot for the structure is 10, 3 feet to the bottom is 13. But if I put 4 feet of fill out here,
So you're coming.
I'm down to 9 feet.
So if you're.
You're about
you also have a weird exit under that garage then, because you're coming up
6 feet.
to, if you said the ceiling of the garage was 9 feet.
Right.
So now if that wall back there is higher, you're walking up to step out of the garage, now at like a 4
But you
foot open,
it might make sense for that retaining wall to be back.
but you don't have the room to make it back.
So that's one of the things I was talking to the applicant, is that it might make sense for us to shift the. Shift this block forward to give us more room in the back. Because we have plenty of room in the front vis-a-vis the setback. So I can take that whole block of space, slide it forward,
How far?
and then we can either accommodate more arborvitae or a fire escape, whatever the board desires.
So essentially you're shortening the building?
No, because yeah, it doesn't impact the parking, it just brings the second floor piece slides forward, because this is all just area. Right, this is open front yard, so we can take this block, slide it forward.
Yeah, that gives you more room up here, but not down on the ground. So it gives you more room for, say, the top of a tree to be wider, but not, the bottom is still only.
Correct, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Which is an issue for getting back there.
Top.
But it would give you room for.
You give you room for a bigger.
Canopy of the tree,
Yes.
it would give us room for the fire escape, it would give us room for a little more access back there. And I think we can accommodate it. with minor
It just would be an odd, it's still gonna be an odd finish of how you get from the garage. If that's your way of access to the back versus around the building, which maybe it'll be around the building, but if you were going through,
Well,
you're
much-
coming from down here at grade 141 and you gotta get up to 146 and your ceiling's only 9 feet, you're walking through
That's a 5 foot rise. Now you've got to put how many steps in to do that?
steps, plus you
You need 5 feet almost of steps.
you'd have to have that going out into the yard because you wouldn't fit a physical person through it.
To rise
Yeah.
5 feet to your wall, you're going to need almost 5 feet length to build stairs, no?
Why do I need stairs?
Because you're going up 5, well, we
How you
don't know
going
the
over that?
exact measurement.
I thought we were going over that to maintain the outside.
Yeah, but my expectation would be a landscaper's just gonna put a step ladder against that, go up there and maintain the bushes.
No, no
It's an
stairs.
occasional,
Yeah, but you need to have, you need to have access to the yard.
So,
I agree, but I don't think it's particularly restrictive to say someone's gonna bring a ladder there, access.
all right, here's
Small
another
plant.
question. Here's another question. Okay, we moved your arborvitae, say, and you've got people able to get out that window.
Mhm.
Okay, now they get down to the ground and there's arborvitae's on both sides of them. Where do they go? Do they jump in that 5-foot thing?
Well,
Do they jump down?
They could just walk out.
Put all those trees in their way?
Well, can't the arborvitae be trimmed up to the height of the fence?
I don't know.
What we could do is, what we're proposing right now is a green giant arborvitae. What we could do is replace with an emerald green arborvitae. Those at max grow to a width of 3 feet and are probably more conducive for something like this. So you would have that 2.5 feet between the building and the tree.
So you're gonna plant them on one side or the other, not centered?
We could center them and still
Well,
have.
if you center them, you don't have enough room to get by. 3 foot, you're gonna have 2'6", gives you one,
Push it up against.
gives you 1'3" to get by.
And then we push it up against to get that 2.5 feet.
Okay, well. I don't think we're getting anywhere with this right now. Let's move on to something else. We'll just keep this in the back burner. What time is it? Do you want to make that announcement now?
25 after 9.
It's 25 after 9. Let me just make a statement now. At,
22 after.
It's 22 after 9. We have a lot of cases still to go, and I don't think we're going to get to them all tonight. So I'm sorry, but we do not start another case after, was it 10, 11, what do we start?
We don't start anything after, wait, it says it right on the right. After 11.
After 11, we will not start anything. It's almost 9:30 now. As you can see, this is going to take some time. So some of the people that are here with cases that are going to be heard later.
Mr. Chairman, if I might interrupt, based on the confusion with regard to arborvitae and the rear, just to let people go, I'm going to ask for an adjournment. So we can commit with a specific plan having to do with that rear yard, the arborvitae and the screen. So I don't know what you want to do, if that's okay.
That's fine with me.
You have more time to read it.
I mean, the only thing that may happen is we didn't get to the other sections of this stuff. There's probably more questions that you may have to answer, but we'll take care of that next time. That would be, I mean, we only covered a portion of this.
Do you want us to finish the engineer and the architect so you know all of the areas of questions?
I have finished, they have finished.
Oh,
their
okay.
question.
All right.
I obviously have to plan
Well-
to bring up.
Well, the architect was still up here, and I don't know if anybody
You have
else.
some questions for the architect.
We may, and we didn't ask the audience
Okay,
yet.
So,
okay, well-
I'm happy to try to finish the questions. Obviously, I'm bringing somebody back,
Mhm.
either the architect or the engineer, or both, with regard to a proposal for the rear part of the property.
I think we
Oh,
have problems with
and
our
yeah,
experts
and our
for the
experts
November date.
won't
Is
be
that when
around.
the municipal league is, the League of Municipalities?
Yes.
That's our November meeting is November 15th. So we'd run into the League of Municipalities.
It's actually Monday.
So we're on to a few.
Why don't you take 5 and let them talk and then tell the
Yeah.
audience.
Let's take a 5-minute recess.
Figure out your schedule.
Everybody can figure out the schedules.
Everybody stay
We'll get a drink of
still.
water,
We'll
whatever we
figure
need
out
to
what
do
we're.
here, and get back.
Are there more bottles?
I don't know, there was one sitting there that I robbed, I was choking like crazy.
It's really vodka.
Yeah,
Somebody's
whatever.
like.
I
snuck
hope
their-
so. I hope so. Hold on.
All right.
A chance, and then we'd like to hear our experts if we can,
Just for comments.
just for comments tonight. So there could be any more clarification on things that may be concerning that you'll be able to address.
And also you have a letter from fire.
I know.
I understand.
Okay. We have questions here. I think you said you had some questions.
I did. My concern is the setbacks, both, not only the back, but the sides. It seems that there's a lot of density. What is it, 100?
100.
Oh, it's only 100. Okay. Would you be opposed to shrinking this project so there is more green space around the building itself?
That's a client decision. The architect can't answer that question. And obviously you're dealing with existing structure.
But a different use. Am I right in saying that? Am I correct in saying that it's a existing structure, but you're changing the use of?
We're in our experts.
And this is what's being removed.
Gotcha.
So, okay.
All right.
So the building currently is about 4,200 square feet on the first floor and 1,100 square feet on the second floor. We're going to essentially reverse that. We'll end up with 4,100 square feet on the second floor and about 1,200 square feet on the first. The overall occupiable space stays the same. It just shifts around.
All right. Are there any more questions up here?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I have a couple of questions. On sheet DE 32, the ground plan that includes the dimensions of the accessible type A unit. You've got interior ground plan measurements, but the door widths and other areas are not indicated. Are they the 36-inch door, interior door widths?
Yeah, that'll all be accessible
Okay.
or adaptable.
And that's a walk-in shower, not a tub?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, as far as the neighbors that want to be heard, we're probably going to be adjourning this to a later date. Are you planning on issuing new drawings for any changes?
Yes.
All right, so then we will need those drawings issued 10 days prior to your hearing and gives time for everyone, including the public, to get a look at them. So you might want to hold any of your questions and comments till that point. All right? We would just like,
One more thing.
sure.
In the brief intermission, did you discuss with your client potential solution to the issue with regard to the rear yard and the arborvitae and the fire department, et cetera?
Yes.
And can you just let the board know what your preliminary thinking is with regard to that?
Preliminarily, I believe we can take the wall that is the rear wall now on the second floor and move it forward. I don't know the total amount of the dimensions, but bring that forward, bring the front wall forward of the same part of the L. Essentially just shift that block forward towards the street and establish more room in the back. I think we can also tighten up the parking to get a little bit more room for the arborvitae and a stair if we need a stair. I believe that can all be addressed.
And obviously, we need the time to address that.
Sure, absolutely. All right, we'd like to hear from our experts now, please.
And this is just comments. This is not.
Yeah, these are just
to give
comments.
Direction, so you know.
Comments on the plans.
This isn't your testimony or.
Exactly. I was just trying to-
You gotta get over.
Just some picture clarification.
Can you hear him? Oh, you're gonna give him the remote?
Should I be sworn or no?
Yes, you should be. Give us your full name,
Paul Ricky, RICCI,
address,
177 Monmouth Avenue, Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey.
and you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
And we need to say we're here in the
You're here as the township plan.
township planner.
I am, and I just have a few comments. I'm sure Mr. Hay may have, just to clarify. Mr. Gassion, the engineering plans on sheet C3, and I was confused. I thought the entire building was going down to the foundation. It says that existing building to be removed and backfilled suitably to support proposed site area and building improvements. And that text here goes from the one-story masonry building in the back, and it also arrows to the two-story portion of the building. So I thought the entire building was coming down. So that should be clarified on the plans, because, you know, I was confused. So with that said, a couple things I think that need to be clarified, and the planner may do this, I'm not sure it's the engineer. At this point, I don't know if this is considered a 50% destroyed building, how it qualifies. It's tough to look at, but nonetheless, the back portion of the building is one story. From my perspective, Mr. Gatchier, when you go up an additional level on the rear, that's not an existing condition. I want to point to that. That's an additional variance. Okay. 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 Okay, I'll skip that. That's fine. Okay, because when you're going up on an additional height, that's not an existing condition anymore. Regarding the planting, is the township going to report from the township forester on this? That's a very small area to plant. And if I heard the testimony correctly, there's going to be the retaining wall on the front and also on the rear property line. So it's going to be even less room to plant because of those, for that structures. Regarding the lighting, can you look at the lighting in the parking area? It shows around 5-foot candles on the property line, then all of a sudden it just decreases to 0-foot candles very quickly in a manner that's inconsistent with the opposite direction internal to the site. So if you can just check it and make sure that lighting is shown accurately and it's not spilling over. If you can also talk about where the condensers are going to be, whether they're going to be screened, or they're going to be on the roof, whether they're going to be on the ground. Those are some of the general questions, or are you putting PTAC units in? I don't know. You have the mounting heights of the lights. That's all I really heard tonight. Anything we talked about that I missed? That was just to clarify some things going on.
Absolutely.
On the application.
That'll help them on their redesign. Next. Okay. Give your full name first.
Todd M. Hay, Hay, 24 Commerce Street, Suite 300, Newark, New Jersey, 07102. Township engineer, planning board engineer, and zoning board engineer.
Okay, you swear the testimony about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I've heard the testimony this evening. Unfortunately, for the board's edification, I did get the plans in late last week, the revisions that were presented to you this evening. I was able to take a look at those plans, and I looked at also the response letter that the engineer offered. I don't have any issues with the response letter. As I had talked to the engineer earlier today, I told him the issues we have is stormwater due to the storms that we had during Ida. I did talk to him about, at a minimum, we'd like to see what we could do with respect to conveyance from the site. The site is going to have a lot of material that's going to be removed. Grading is going to change, but the pattern of the water is still going to come into the street, onto King Street. That should be reviewed by the applicant, and that should also be rectified and brought back to the board. So we'll have a chance to review it and opine to the board with whether or not they'll be meeting specific storm criteria under the local ordinance. They do not need to meet any DEP criteria. They need to keep in practice with DEP application, but this is not a major development application. So I submit to the board, we'd like to have them come back, show the stormwater so we can get a better understanding. I also wanted to opine and with respect to, in terms of the letter, the lighting levels. We noticed on the lighting levels that there is actually a significant drop from where the parking lot is now to the left side with the neighbors that front the opposite street. We would like that to be checked as a condition. Post lighting levels should be provided in terms of testing to make sure that those lighting numbers do meet conformance with the board. I would ask that that be a condition no matter what, if this application be entertained by the board for approval. So looking at the testimony this evening, the comments I have, the layout, first thing I noticed is that both the architectural plan and the civil engineering drawings should be rectified. The grades in terms of where the footprint is now with the existing building, the fact that it appears the existing walls, new walls will be placed. We need to understand the difference between the relationship between actual building foundation walls and then also retaining walls, especially on that back portion. There's been a lot of questions by the board members this evening, also by some of the audience. I would submit that that should be rectified between both the architectural plan and the engineering plan, so it's thoroughly understood. Same thing with the grading. I will submit to the board that with respect to landscaping, arborvitae has typically, and I've done enough arborvitae design to know this, usually the root balls are about 30 inches. You need about 4 feet in order to go ahead and dig a hole. You cannot put arborvitae back there. I would submit to the board, I would like the applicant to look at this, that potentially that they can look at putting in some type of a fencing system that would screen the neighbors, as well as some type of a low-lying landscaping that's no maintenance. As you know, Mr. Chairman, around that area, there's not a lot of landscaping. That you do need to have some type of low maintenance issue. You don't want to have vermin going back in 3 foot, 5 foot spaces, whatever. Usually we see that with other applicants that have come before this board as well as the planning board. Low maintenance area, virtually no maintenance, whether that be mulching or something of the like. I would discourage lawn areas. It's almost difficult, if not impossible, to go ahead and maintain in 3 foot spaces. And Mr. Chairman, those are my comments. Look forward to working with the applicant until the next hearing.
Thank you.
So we'll carry this to November, then carry it again till December. So ultimately it'll be heard in December.
Right now, it's carried to November.
15th is our next
Do you want
meeting. What?
the Board of Ed, you want to go now?
Do you want
At the
the
end.
public to comment now?
No.
No.
No, I think we'll save the public comment for the end, for when we're done. I do know that the Board of Education
Okay.
is here.
I'm not quite sure. Are you going to want public comment now or wait until November or both?
Well, okay, what's happening is it's a technical carry to November, but it's actually not going to be heard. It's going to be carried again to our December meeting, which is December 13th. But in terms of notice requirements, we'll have to put it back in the newspaper under matters that the board considered. At the December meeting, the applicant will be ready with plans that will reflect and address the comments of the board and of the board's experts. And then we'll be taking public comment, which would include your comment.
I appreciate that. My statement, whether I say it tonight or say it in December, is addressed to you rather than to the person putting in the application.
I think we should wait, because are you gonna have, is anything gonna change with the redesign? Things like that, so why don't we wait? I'd like to wait until December.
Just so the record, to identify you, it's Mr. Kaczynski. You're the,
My name is Charles W. Kaczynski, 21 Levine Avenue, Nutley, New Jersey, and I serve now as the president of the Board of Education.
okay, and your purpose of coming here today was as a representative of the Board of Education.
I'm here to represent the Board of Education and the children of Nutley.
Okay.
All right,
just,
so we'll hold
Because you're
off,
off camera and you're
Right.
off, I just wanted your voice to be identified for the record.
so we'll hold off on that till the final meeting. Thank you. We will be getting, I would save these, but we will be getting new, they may not be all revised, there's just maybe some that are revised, so I would save these and we'll look for the new ones. Right.
I don't know if they did architecture.
Right, we don't know what it'll be too, so we'll save our plans. So I guess I need a motion now to move this to our November meeting. All in favor, do we have a second? All in favor? Opposed? So we will see this, we'll move it till November and then we'll. give it to December.
Right, without further notice.
And waiving all time restrictions, correct?
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Huh?
Somebody has a question?
What kind of question? What was your question?
No.
You want to tell them?
Yeah, okay, so what he agreed to was 10 days before the hearing, which is going to be in December, the December 13th meeting. So by December 3rd, any new plans that they submit to the zoning board are going to be on file in the code office, but because we're doing things on Zoom, they'll also be put online on our website. They'll be downloaded then. So there might be a delay if we don't get the download to our tech person. But as soon as we get the information to the tech person, assuming it comes in on December 3rd and it gets emailed over to him, he's great. It'll go right on. But if you want to know whether they're on file on time, you can call the code office and then it'll be a matter of really a day maybe before they get posted online.
I just want to make it clear that this will show up on our November agenda. No, it will not be heard.
It's going to be carried
It's going to be
again
carried again, so.
without appearances from the applicant or it's just going to be make a reservation to come back here December 13th.
Okay. What the hell, this is Stonefeld again?
Russell.
Well, hold on, I'm trying to,
I got more paperwork.
I'm trying to get set here. So this I gotta save. All right. All right, everyone, can we take it outside and we have more business to get to? Okay, 12 Russell. Come on up. Who's complaining? Who shouted, I don't know. Now, what is this? This is.
Oh, okay, so
Russell Ave.
that was it came from August, we started it. Okay, so you can ask questions, but you can't vote. So just like you can sit here. It's not like you're recusing yourself, you're just not qualified to vote. Okay, Lisa, Mr. Battaglia was not here in August when we started this, and he didn't get the opportunity to listen, so we're only gonna have 6 people voting. Okay, so don't call Mr. Battaglia when you call the vote, all right?
So this is not Russell, this is. Right?
This is the guy with the pool, no, it's this one, this is his new
Yeah, I got
thing.
that right here.
Okay,
This is the other one. All right, would the secretary please read the letter of
well, it
denial?
was already read
Oh, okay, never mind.
back in August.
You're right, it was.
And when, just to recap, to remind everybody, this was the pool and the fence on the corner lot. And the board asked the applicant to see what he could do with moving the pool to the rear of the property with a better design. You did get, received October 5th, 2021.
Right.
A suggested new place
New survey.
with the survey, which is diagrammed and color coded in green and yellow.
Okay, so we can,
And this is a variance to install a 12-foot by 17-foot above pool, ground pool.
10 by 15.
Oh, you reduced it, okay.
Yes.
okay, so. I guess you could fill us in on the changes that you've gone ahead and made.
Yes.
Do we need to, let's get your name again first,
It's right.
Giovanni Fracasso, 12 Russell Avenue, Nutley, New Jersey.
and I need you to raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, would you give us the benefit of what you've done here?
Yeah, we make a more 10 by 15 pool. I want to do the fence.
All right, so you've moved the pool.
Yeah,
You've made the pool smaller. The pool will be 10 by 15. You have a 7-foot setback in the rear, an 8-foot setback on the right side, and the left side has plenty of space. The fence. You reduced the size of the fence. 4 foot, 50% open. I mean, pretty much he's here for 1 foot. Is
Yeah.
it- So he's almost complied with everything. The only thing that doesn't comply is the 1 foot additional setback in the rear.
And because he's a corner lot, it's a hardship for the fence.
Right, it's a hardship for the fence. Based on the changes you've made, and I do appreciate them, I have no further questions. Does anyone have any further questions?
The only question I have is that triangular wedge in the back. How are you going to get into that space to access it? Because the corner of the pool, the 2 corners of the pool on that end are going to be, if I read this correctly, up against the fence.
No,
No, no.
No?
no, that's a sideline you're looking at. Is that what you're talking about, this top corner? piece right there?
the
Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Okay, and where will your pool filter be? That's it. On the corner, which corner?
So right at the edge, right in the corner.
Yeah.
Not across the outside.
No.
All right.
Where's the gates to get to?
You got any gates on this fence?
In the front?
I think on the right side,
Yes. Yeah.
on the right side, nothing on the other side. All right.
Here.
Yeah, 5 foot
You gotta
gate.
get down and say that.
Got a little 5-foot gate there, right, on this, on the, yes. Okay. All right, I have no further questions. Anybody else? Anyone in the audience? No. I'll ask for a motion, please.
Sorry. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the variance for 12 Russell Avenue. Where's it? block 6501, lot 14, to install a pool and fence as described. The hardship being a corner property. The applicants made changes to the initial application. This application is much safer looking to me. Anything else? If any other reasons set forth by the board.
Second.
Have the secretary please call the board.
Ms. Dougherty? Yes. Ms. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Shardell?
Yes.
Mr. Daniel Toby?
Yes.
Mr. Grant Toby?
Yes.
Mr. Graziano?
Yes, your variance has been granted. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
You're
Have a
very
good night.
welcome. Thanks for helping us out.
You did a good job. You did fine, you know?
We don't have those papers anymore. We used to, I don't know
What
how
papers?
to make motions. I used to have.
I've given them-
Yeah. Okay. Give us 2 seconds here. Mhm. Okay, 36 Prospect Street. Orlando.
And Tony?
Let me, no, my grandfather's.
I never printed it here. I should really-
Orlando. There you go. Secretary, oh, no, we do not have to read this one
No,
either.
this is continued.
This is a continuation. How are you? You're alone this evening?
He had to go to work. He had to leave. He was here.
He's left you to this?
He has to go in at midnight, so he had to sleep a little bit.
All right. Once again, this was a leave as erected deck around a pool. We asked you to make some changes or come in with a better design, actually. Why don't you give us your full name again? Spell your name
Janine, Janine, Esteves, Esteves,
and your address,
36 Prospect Street.
and I'll swear you in again. Raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, what would you like to tell us there that you've,
So we came up with 4 different options for, the main concern was the height of the guardrail on the deck last time we were here. So I did some research and I found 4 different options, basically. The first one that you see is a 6-foot high, basically picket fence, but it's open. Because when we talked last time, a couple people said just a regular PVC fence would be kind of an eyesore. Second one is pretty much the same thing, but it's aluminum. I figured maybe that would be a little sturdier. And then someone also last time suggested lattice, putting lattice on the attaching it to the existing railing that's there. So I put 2 options for 2 different types of lattice, which is the last 2, option 3 and option 4.
option 3?
One is just a little, I think, a little better looking than the other, and they can both attach to the existing railing that's there now.
Attached to the railing how?
Screwed in. I had my fence guy come out and look at it and tell me what my options would be if I wanted to attach something there. And it would screw into the posts that are there now.
Let's see. Now, the fence that's existing, you're gonna replace that fence?
The railing on the deck, you mean?
No, you've got these fences, option 1 and option 2.
No, I think she's thinking of removing the fence. What you're talking about is removing the railing that's currently around the deck side that faces the rear of the yard.
Right.
And replacing it with a fence option 1, 2, 3, or 4.
That's what I was asked to do last time we were.
So the
here.
rest of the
Put
fence is
something
going to
higher.
stay the 4 foot with the 1 foot lattice? Is that what it says? Yeah. No, but that's what the lattice comes in.
The fence goes behind the deck anyway.
Right.
It's just what's above that.
So instead of the railing, you're going to install this other fence.
If that's, yeah. Whatever you.
And everything you have back there is white. So when you send these options, are you planning on white?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I could never not
Well-
have to match.
Who has some questions?
So my question is, I wasn't here for the meeting, but I did view it. What you're proposing on this fence is basically a new railing and not a physical fence. You're not thinking of reducing the deck size, so it's not against the existing fence. Okay.
And I'm sorry, how tall is this gonna be?
It could be as tall as, that's up to you guys, as tall as it would make you feel comfortable. They go up to 6 feet.
Yeah, I listened to it. Yep.
Here's the photograph.
Yep, I have it. I'm looking at it too.
Okay, so
Same
you
ones you
got
sent
the
over.
photographs? Okay,
Yep.
one of the ones, I think this was, I forget what we marked this. The one that's up against the fence shows the issue the best. Tricia is our better photographer. Yeah, I could see.
It's just that they.
Yeah, I couldn't, when you guys were talking about it, going
Big
here.
drop.
So this is a large drop off the
Yeah,
back.
so my concern was that railing, somebody could sit out there, the kids could be up there, the bottom.
Fall right off, yeah.
Right, so at least put something higher, if not, some sort of surround, so no one can fall.
So if we go to a larger size railing on that, I don't know if who spoke to someone, how's that support process gonna happen? Because
That's why I asked
a
that.
6 foot fence is gonna go down 3 feet into the ground or whatever it is.
No, it's on top of the deck.
It would be on the deck.
No, I know, that's what I'm
He's
saying,
asking how
so
to affix it to the deck
How do-
to make it secure.
how do we know, or how okay, so that's what happens, it's gonna go to code to make sure this thing is sturdy.
Sure, structure is out. They're not gonna just.
So we're just saying that the height is acceptable to us and then it falls back to code, because this still goes back to the same old permit process, like as if it wasn't built.
Yeah, I don't know how
That would be
those
my
railings
concern.
are installed now. Is there 4x4 posts that these are covers for? Or is that something that's fastened directly to the deck?
Yeah, I mean, anytime I've seen them, they either wrap off and are screwed into the bottom, which would mean that whole piece has to come off and be redone.
Mhm.
But now, I never saw a railing that was 6 feet tall, so I don't,
Well, it's not gonna be a rail, it's gonna be a
I mean,
fence.
a fence that's attached to a top of a deck, so there's,
I don't think
There's-
it's gonna screw to the top of the deck. Well, that's what we were talking about last time. It's gotta be.
but again, that doesn't fall on us.
No.
Well,
That's
the higher it goes, the less chance it has of being stable.
agreed. So from a 6 foot standpoint on top of that, we meet the idea of someone not sitting on it and falling over or climbing up
No,
on
I
it.
think
possibly.
railings have to be made to withstand a certain
Wind.
force.
Yeah.
Right? So I think what we could do in our, what we could write down as a condition is that has to act as a railing and meet the forces spec in code. I mean, because it's actually acting as a railing and it's acting, I don't think fences have to meet any special forces in code, but railings do. So since this will be acting as a railing,
That's why I attached the last two also, because I know what's there now qualifies as a railing.
those to me would look least sturdy.
And it's, well,
I mean, option one looks fine to me. Again, I just don't know how it's, the more space, it's less climbable.
I'll tell you.
And the more space, you have room for wind to go through it.
I think in my opinion, this in white, the
Agreed.
vinyl
That's
in
what I
white
was, agreed, yeah.
would be the sturdiest and the best suited for that application.
I
think the rail, although I love the aluminum rails as a fence, I think they're great, but I don't think as a
top of the deck.
As a top of the deck, what you're trying to do would suffice.
I like
And the other
this
two, I
one.
just don't like.
Personally, I like this one better too. I just wanted to give you guys options to pick from.
I mean, that's my opinion.
So we have to approve it with
You don't have to
a
approve any.
no, I'm saying with, if we approved it with a stipulation that I don't know how you would, make the, if it just falls back to.
We've got to make sure that it meets the required code for force and pressure, for, I'm trying to think of the correct wording, but it's got to handle certain forces.
Right, no, I understand the variant.
Structural integrity, yeah, as per code. And I know there's a certain 200 pounds of force or something it's got to take.
I have a question. What would be the total height then between this deck and then that fence on top? 12 feet.
Between the deck,
Like. if
The
I'm
deck
looking
is
at it
about-
correctly,
I'll
It's
tell you right
gonna
now.
go where this,
See that
it's gonna
picture?
replace this railing, correct?
1, 2, 3,
10.5
4,
feet.
5, 6. That's 7.
Is that gonna be the
That's at
roof
least
line
4
of the
feet high.
neighbor's
It's over 4
property?
feet high. And 5 is about 9.
Oh, I'm looking at the side property.
Yeah, you're
as
looking
well.
at the wrong side. It's just gonna be
Pool's
along the
52
rear
inches plus 6 feet.
Oh, it's just gonna be along the rear.
And it turns.
in the corner, or turn the corner for how
Yeah, but-
much?
But it is gonna be by where you get out of the pool and like in front of these windows too?
No,
Not on this side.
No.
And we didn't have,
that wasn't an issue. It was the back.
the neighbors were, that was one of my next question. I couldn't remember from the.
There weren't,
let's
there weren't any neighbors.
Nobody complained.
Became in opposition. So actually, let's look at the survey that was submitted because that'll tell me, the pool is, yeah, the pool and the deck is written into the survey. I think that the board can diagram where they want that railing height to be changed on the survey. Like, I know you
Mhm.
want it just along the back part of the deck
And to the
and
side,
then how much up the side?
up to the, well, without seeing a picture, up to the door or? See the other side
There's
here
no
too.
door.
On that corner and then back.
This, that way and the other
Yeah,
way too.
because they could also
All
flop right
along
off
the
of it.
back.
So it's here and the back.
Okay.
Three-sided and make it
so-
sturdier too.
So is it here and here?
You're talking. I'm sorry. So you're saying here, here,
Wait, no,
and
not
here.
here.
Yeah, here is what he's saying too.
Oh, okay.
Right then. You're saying here, there and there.
That would make it sturdier. So yeah,
All right, wait, I got it.
then you would actually have two corners.
Right. Here.
Where's the deck? Go?
You know what? That's your, no? Want to mark it on mine?
No, I got from my kitchen.
So this variance, the variance was posted as to maintain the deck the way it was, correct? Leave as erect. So we're changing that now.
Well, I don't know. That goes, if the house goes back. What's the house on here? Where's the, see, I wish I had a picture of the other side.
But we're adding a different railing.
What's this side?
So it still needs balance.
Right? Right? Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to know what the other side looks like. I can't really see it
The
anywhere.
other side is actually in this picture right here.
That's what I want. So back to the pool.
So look, my comment is, again, we're kind of all talking about this. I think it's going to be cheaper and easier for them to just bring the deck back 2 feet and keep the railing.
Back this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, but still 2 feet's not gonna do anything if somebody jumps over.
You don't think 2 feet?
No, I don't really. So if this is the deck, I think it's gotta, yeah. The way it looks to me, Joe, you're right, with this side coming all the way down, and that's it. Probably gotta go this way too. One, two, three. So this is what we're looking at. From the stairs to the back, across the back, this way and this way.
Oh, I see. Because this piece
This,
is this piece right here.
that's this piece. Yeah, right. And
Okay.
then it would
No,
go
no,
here.
it's the other way around.
Oh, yeah. This way. This is where she's,
Okay.
the street's
This
over
piece-
there.
This piece right here,
Is this?
yes.
Yes.
Does it go here too?
No, it goes this way a little bit,
And then
all the
goes
way across the back, all the way down the side to the edge of the deck and back to the pool.
All the way? So
Right,
Everything?
exactly.
So it's basically everything?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to show everyone so
Yeah,
that
I'll
they,
show.
you got it, right?
That's what I was saying. I'm gonna show you in a second, but I just have to show you.
And what are we looking for? A 5-foot height? I would think 5 would be good. Yeah, we don't want to make it too crazy. But that's going to give you over 9 feet high at that point.
All right, I'm gonna call this exhibit A1.
It's going to be a taller structure, but it won't be solid. It'll be open. It's 50% open. It's option 1 in white. So I guess you got you have that, so that's it.
I'll do that
And do
A2.
we show the applicant?
Yeah, I'm gonna show her in a second.
And it's got to be in white,
5 feet.
5 feet high. I think that's what they testified.
Stair railing is fine, going up the stairs.
Into the hollow supportive rail. And added
Yes.
another stair, 2 feet. It would end at stairs. It's not a stair. No, I was just saying, I was just thinking like, if these, if the support posts that are the railing right that are supporting the balusters and the rail are hollow on the inside, right?
I guess, I don't know what's in
They're
here.
not hollow, they're encased in the rail. Are you sure? We have some-
They're either, if they're built on top of the deck, then they're structures that attach to the deck and are adjustable for plumb and stuff. Or,
This railing system, right?
Yeah, they have,
Can I tell you?
they're gonna have, the code
Not there,
enforcement's
though,
gonna
not
have
that
to.
little section there.
No.
It's gotta be up to them. They're gonna have to say it's structurally integral. They're not just screw it down with some 2-inch screws at the deck and be done.
I'm just trying to find a way, because that's gonna be expensive change, but I don't see it.
well, you know what?
You know what?
There's no other option. I mean, let's cheaper take everything down. And the other way to do it is, listen, they could cut a hole in the top of the deck for this 4x4, a 10-foot 4x4 to go through and structurally fasten it underneath to make it a 4x4 strong enough that the post sleeve will slide over. And that's how I do my decks anyway. They're a lot stronger.
That's probably what we make it.
Mhm. I do this for a living, so
What did you
I
say?
know.
Did you tell her what to do?
No, I'm not saying a word. I don't need that aggravation. All right, so did you see what we said? All right,
Yes.
so we're gonna, I don't know if there's anybody in the audience who would like to be heard. I see none. So I'm gonna ask for a motion, and in the motion, the conditions are gonna be where it's gotta be, the color, the height, and also that it meets all structural codes for railings, right? As far as strength and force. 5 feet. 5 feet high. 5 feet high.
If it doesn't meet structural code for railing, what's my next step?
Your next step is, you don't want to know your next step.
I come, do I come back here?
When they build it, they've got to build it strong enough. And you've got to tell your fence guy that
Okay.
that's what it's got to be. And I'm sure he's done it before as far as railings. He'll know what he has to do.
Okay,
There's lots of ways. There's different railings. Some railings are attached right to the deck. Other people put railings up by running structural lumber through the deck and bracing it below so that it's solid. And then the post sleeve goes over that. That's what we were talking about before. If he's a good fence guy, he'll know what to do.
So as long as it's 5 feet high off the deck.
5 feet high above the deck, yes. Okay. It follows, well, we're gonna.
All right, so Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to grant the variance to leave as erected the deck at 36 Prospect Street, block lot 9001/3, provided the applicant followed the following conditions. That they increase the railing around the existing deck, following the existing railing line, and extend the railing to 5 feet in white vinyl, and that the structure meets all required code to support a railing at 5 feet. And for any other reasons that would be set forth by council.
Second. Okay, now do we need to, everything's been set, right? The 5 foot.
5 feet, white vinyl.
White vinyl,
and
option, it was option, whatever. You've got that over and down.
Yep, got it in here.
And it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 sided, right? It's gonna be a long floor.
As per the survey
As
with
per
the
the
red
survey
highlight.
with the orange. highlight.
4-sided up.
Perfect. All right, do we have a second?
Yeah, I think we had a second.
We had a
from
second
David.
already, I'm sorry. Would the secretary please call the board?
Yes.
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 Yes, so you've been approved and good luck.
What, next, I.
You
run
have to
all of this
wait.
By,
I would say you could probably get in touch with your fence guy
yeah.
and let him start planning, but you can't really.
Did we give a time frame or that doesn't?
Oh, yeah,
We have
good
to-
thinking. The time frame. This must be completed by
Yeah, by
pool,
by
by April, May, when?
by next.
By May 1?
May 1st.
May 1st is good.
So I come up with the plans with my fence guy and then I submit them like
You're gonna, now you'll, yeah.
regular, like I'm going for a permit.
Yes.
To code
But
enforcement.
we're not gonna memorialize this till next month.
You're what?
We won't memorialize
This
this.
decision gets written into a resolution and then they approve what I wrote that, yes, it was accurate. And then it gets put in the newspaper that it was granted with the conditions. You can start on it. You can get a move on into figuring this out because you're supposed to get this done by May 1st.
And then I'm gonna submit all my plans to code enforcement.
Same place.
That's what- okay. Okay.
Well, you could start now because they're going to have.
They just won't give you the
they're
permit
gonna
until
know what's
after the
going on
resolution.
after
Yeah,
tonight.
no, that's fine. I just want
They
to
won't
make sure I
get-
do whatever is next, I do it correctly.
She won't get you anything. You won't get anything until.
They won't give you the physical
Right.
permit, giving you permission,
Right.
but they'll have, you know, you could start, you
Right.
can start the
You start the wheels
process.
of
By the
motion.
time my fence guy calls me back, it'll be a month, so.
That's it. This is us.
I'm good, I can. Thank you.
The advertising for the hearing is the applicant who does it, but the town puts it in the decisions by the board. In what, oh, really?
Yeah.
What town?
Where town, Ocean?
Oh, yeah, we're very nice in Nutley.
We really are. We really are.
Yes.
All right, 83 Stager Street. Come on down. $10:20. That's my bedtime. Would the secretary please read the letter of denial?
Regarding the driveway increase for 83 Stager Street, block lot 7601/10. Dear Mrs. Battis, your request for a permit at the above referenced premises to increase the existing driveway to a width of 22 feet, as shown on the property survey prepared by Lakeland Surveying dated May 14th, 2020, is denied for the following reason. This property is located in an R-1 district as shown on the Nutley zoning map. Chapter 700, Article 8, Section 700-94A2 of the Codes of Nutley entitled Additional regulations on off-street parking for 1 and 2 family dwellings states that notwithstanding any other section of this chapter, no front yard of a lot upon which is located a 1 or 2 family dwelling shall be used for the parking of motor vehicles, except that the motor vehicles may be parked upon a driveway in the front yard. Similarly, in the case of corner lots, no side yard facing a street on a lot upon which is located a 1 or 2 family dwelling shall be used for the parking of motor vehicles, except that motor vehicles may be parked upon a driveway in the side yard. The use of a driveway for the parking of motor vehicles shall be subject to the following limitations. Side yard of corner lots. The driveway shall consist of the area directly opposite and adjacent to an attached garage, detached garage, or depressed garage, or the extension of the rear yard into the side yard, which abuts a street. However, if there is no garage and no available rear yard, a driveway not to exceed 16 feet in width from the rear lot line may be constructed. The maximum driveway width is 16 feet. The proposed will be 22 feet.
Thank you. Are you both going to be testifying this evening?
I'm his attorney, address my content, that's fine.
Okay. We'll need your full name.
Wait, which one? Who's he?
You're the attorney?
Yeah, Peter Aziz from Aziz and Associates, 1115 Clifton Ave, Suite 204, Clifton, New Jersey. On behalf of Fatty and Jessica Betis. Fatty Betis is not my right.
Okay. And your full name, please?
My name is Fatty Betis. I reside at 83 Staker Street. New Jersey.
Would you raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Begin.
Mr. Betis, how long have you lived at 83 Staker Street? And when did you purchase it? Did you do renovations to the property?
Yes.
And was there a current driveway when you purchased the property?
Yes.
And is there currently a garage on the property? Do you ever intend on parking the garage? No. And currently, how wide is the garage? 16 feet. And why are you requesting that the driveway be extended from 2 feet?
Just not enough space for park.
Why do you need additional parking?
So we just had an order. So we or my wife has a car, and there's just park overnight. There's nothing rules, visual street parking. So we sometimes have issues getting parked for 3 cars. And at 16 feet, it's gonna be very difficult to park 4 cars or 2+ cars in the driveway because the way the backyard is, the occupancy of the land is high, so you can't open the door, so you need an extra couple feet to be able to park.
And the extra 4 feet that you're, or 6 feet that you're widening the driveway, is it towards the home or towards the other side of the driveway?
It's gonna take in too much.
And about how far is the driveway from your actual backyard?
Currently.
Next to his house.
No.
No,
their house
that's
next
what I'm saying, next to that.
Right, this is their house. It's all the way over here.
Jesus Christ.
So
And that's existing.
the survey that was submitted in front of you, that was submitted as part of the application, where it says 22 feet, is that accurate?
Yes.
What's the problem?
And the apron, is that being also extended or is that staying?
Yeah.
I have no-
All right, so you want to extend your driveway both sides of where it exists now,
Just one side.
just one side, all right.
The
'Cause
left line that is towards my neighbor stays the same, and then we're gonna extend it.
Okay, 'cause
Yeah, that's not how it's
what it
marked
says
on the
your
survey.
That's not what it says on the survey, yeah.
You also mentioned that your current driveway is 16, really just your apron's 16. Your driveway is not even 16 foot wide currently.
Honestly, it's really broken up, so I don't even know how, it's like, so it's like that condition, I don't know if it was 16, I'm assuming it was, I don't know.
No.
It was ever measured, the blacktop is broken, cracked, It was really like old, the entire house. was
Well,
really old.
here's the issue I'm gonna have, not that it's an
You,
issue.
did you take the garage down?
No, it was.
Oh, it's okay.
I mean,
Do you,
How far off the property line are you planning on starting the driveway?
I'm sorry.
How far from the property line of your neighbor?
He's going this way. He's going that way.
I know where he's going,
He's not going any further than what it is.
but where is it? He's saying that, but the drawing shows it going that way. Okay, the drawing shows, okay, so where is that spot gonna be that you're gonna start?
Looks like, it looks like the first part of the apron.
So
Well, like-
where the dotted line is,
So where do you?
No, the dotted line is property
well,
line.
the apron extends over to the grass towards your neighbor's property from where the driveway is now. It may have been driveway at one time, like you said, it's been
Mine's not
broken up.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard to tell by looking at it.
Yeah, what's stopping you from, I mean, I have a 16-foot wide driveway and I could fit two cars very comfortably and I have two big trucks. I could fit them comfortably side by side. What's stopping you if you need extra room from going deeper and keeping your driveway 16 feet? I mean, looking at your property, there's plenty of space to go make your driveway deeper and stay 16 feet, stay at the existing curb cut. And you actually didn't even need to come before us for that. You'd have plenty of room to fit 4 vehicles if you went deeper, 16 feet wide. And to me, would have been a simpler path for you and given you plenty of room for the van. And yeah, you could fit multiple cars then.
Doesn't that come up though? Yeah, it's a very high area.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it. It's kind of, and I know it raises up, but I mean, the driveway guy he'd level that out when he did it.
You know what? I think it'll be less, right now, you got how wide, 16?
Well, right now, it's not even 16 right
No,
now.
but
The curb
cut is 16.
16, yeah.
Right, and you're gonna go a little more than that. All right, so if you leave it according to this picture, is this thing evidence?
we can mark it. This is Patricia, you take very
See these
better
pictures?
pictures than me.
Okay. This clearly shows where the driveway starts on the left side. This
Yeah,
picture.
yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I have it up just.
So if you came to the right 22 feet, it's gonna be a little bit more than that curb cut. So the curb cut looks out of place right now,
Right.
right? So if you just widen it to 20, what do you wanna go?
Well, he's
22?
not coming before us for a curb cut, right? He's just.
No, that's what I'm saying. I understand that. The apron now looks lost on this smaller driveway is what I'm saying. When you make this driveway 22 feet, it's gonna be a little bit past on the right side. But right now, it looks like an apron that goes to nowhere. So we're talking, if he leaves this where it is.
Right.
And doesn't go any further that way, like it shows on the survey.
It's even odder then. If he leaves it, like you said, where the grass line's showing, now the curb cut's a little wider over by the grass and then it's gonna be even shorter on the further side when we make it wider.
So you're saying widen it a little bit to match the curb cut and go deeper so you can fit 4 cars?
Yeah, I'm more questioning why that wasn't the first thought, then you wouldn't even have to come. I mean, 16 is the code, we wouldn't have to come before us if he stayed 16.
So he went 16 and went further back?
Yeah, he could fit 4 cars.
Yeah, no, I kind of get it though.
I have a question.
I
You
kinda
mentioned
get
your
it.
daughter has a disability. Do you anticipate that you will need,
16 feet driveway.
like a handicap van? Is she gonna need,
No.
I don't know what the disability is. I'm not asking you for that. I just didn't know if that was the reason why you needed it. Why did you need a bigger egress to get her in and out of the vehicle? I wanted to take all of that into consideration.
No, it should be right now, it should be parking it over, so like we have to accommodate the car.
Okay.
And that's really where it's slowly started. Otherwise, I don't-
Okay.
They do have a handicap pack. but they-
Right, that's what I read. I didn't know if you needed
There's no
the,
wheelchair involved or anything.
or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
okay.
The curb cut stays where it is though? It
Yeah.
doesn't change position.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't,
You did a lot of work on this house, because I walk by the street all
Yeah,
the
yes.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
there you
this
go.
picture and I thought,
After you park, you got a long way to your house.
How deep are you gonna
I
go?
don't
in
have
the-
a problem
in the
with
driveway?
making it wide enough
Sorry?
for 2 cars. I don't have an issue with the amount of property that he's got there. To make it wide enough for two cars, it makes it easier. 16 feet's not really wide enough to park two cars next to each other. It becomes a real hassle. You know, the driver's side can get out, the passenger on the other car can get out, the other two doors are gonna smack each other. So if you widen the driveway, you get one car and one car. If you're only looking for two cars, you'll get one next to one next to each other. How, does it show how deep the? It's
It
not that
doesn't really
deep.
tell us how deep it goes.
How deep is it?
Well, according to the survey, it goes to
Right
the,
now, where it is, we started, we did some work on like the pavers and stuff, so they put a line where the driveways will stop. If you park two cars, which we can only park two cars, the second car hangs out on the sidewalk a little bit. So I don't think even if I push it up, like you were saying earlier, I don't think there's, like, you'll comfortably fit two cars at that point. There's no way to fit a third car behind that.
So what's your plan for park three cars then? Are you gonna try and park them side by
Side
side?
by side at 22 feet, so my.
That's why I went to
backyard,
22 feet.
It's very high in soil. So even if you could fit the two cars at 16, there's no way you're opening the passenger side unless I excavate all that earth and just push that back anyway.
But you're back to same
You ain't
square
gonna get
one
three
with,
cars at 22 feet.
and again, I'm just saying this right now. I'm saying if you make this and you make this a variance and you get 22 feet, you're still stuck with only having the ability to park two cars.
No, before side by side. So you could fit two.
Are you gonna make it longer too?
It doesn't look like you have the length to get back-to-back cars.
22 feet wide isn't enough.
That's what I have right now.
But 22 feet wide
said
is
it hangs
enough
over
for
the
you to
curb,
park
hangs
three
over the
cars
sidewalk.
next to each other?
No,
Two.
two.
So yeah, that's like a rectangle, so two.
Two in the front and then two behind them getting closer to the fence. Okay, that's what we were saying. So I think back to, the original point, if you're gonna park four cars deep,
Well, I guess it doesn't matter for us, the depth. Well, it does for coverage, I guess, but
yeah, but that's not.
Yeah, but he's got so much.
there's nothing clear. Right, there's nothing clear on here about,
The issue is the width.
the width is the width, so it doesn't matter how deep it is. I guess I
Yeah, I mean, I
understand.
don't, 22 feet, I'll tell you what. Two parking spaces are 18. When you pull into a lot. But they're 22 feet long. Right, they're 9 by
Well, this property is only
9 by
40,
18, I'm sorry, 9 by 18,
this property is only 45 feet wide.
right,
That's why.
right. But it's 130, almost 135 feet long.
It's long, it's a corner property, so there's that hardship and it's narrow.
You
It's only
want-
45
How many
feet
cars
wide.
are you looking to park?
Parking. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be two, once we have the nurse, I don't know how long we're gonna have the nurse. So right now, it's me, my wife, and then the nurse comes overnight. So right now, we have three. Once, hopefully, we don't need the nurse anymore, it will eventually be two, and we comfortably park there, but then.
So your daughter drives, then it'll be three again.
What's that?
So your
What's
daughter.
that? Yeah.
Well,
Once you drive the door, like, it's
all right,
gas
so
tank overnight.
there's,
Whatever you do here, you're gonna wind up with four spots,
That's-
right?
Yeah.
right.
That's the goal.
That's
So
fine,
I don't-
that's fine, that's fine.
I don't think,
That's,
I don't think you need to go as wide as you do need to go back more.
That's
what I
what,
wanna get.
that's what
I
I
think
think.
you need to go deeper, and the width is, and I'd rather the apron be at least kind of centered. 18 and however deep it is.
Well,
Like I said,
18,
I think 18.
Even 20, even 20.
20
20 is
more
good
than
wide.
enough. I have two super, what do you call them? Yeah, big SUVs, the large size ones, whatever you want to call them. And it's tight when you open your door, if you want to swing it all the way open, but
What he's got going from here, he's not on any kind of an incline or a hill, so there's no walls next to him. You open the
Right,
door, it's
so-
gonna swing. So he's got room to swing his doors. So like, and it-
Not towards my door.
Not towards the house.
The draw, I don't know how updated the picture is, but.
what?
they were taken this week. No, I mean.
yeah, I mean, you have to understand, we have to, we're trying,
really does
when we
block.
grant these things, we're looking for a hardship and,
I have
You
to
don't-
take earth out of my backyard to be able to open the passenger, so if you're the second car closer to the house, to open the passenger side door, I would still have to excavate and leave it in soil and grass. And that's the part, the extra 2 feet, you're saying, at 20 feet, yeah, you can comfortably park two cars. The idea is that, okay, so now the extra 2 feet, you can pave it, so it's not like,
Well,
you're not stepping out of the car. into-
Even at 22 feet, I think you need to be deeper.
you're still gonna be hanging over the sidewalk if you don't go deeper,
There's
but
room
again,
to go
that's,
deeper if need be once we went over
I think the contractor,
31, I think.
he doesn't, yeah, our thing doesn't mark the depth, but
31.
yeah, well,
31?
31 should comfortably fit 2 cars.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, 31 by 22. The contract.
I have the contract.
I mean, like you said, there's plenty of land there. There's plenty of grass. It's not
No,
like.
parking lot- parking spot is
31 by
502.
31.
31 D.
31 by
Mhm. Wow. It's been there this whole time. too.
Yeah.
So it's 31 feet long.
Yeah, he's going in 31 by 22.
And how deep is it now? Do you know how deep it is now?
Like I said, there was no clear,
No, it can't be, but maybe
Alright.
20 something.
Yeah, it looks like, well, if you look at the picture and try to size it up like that. All right, so you're looking for a 22 by 31 driveway.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they. That's what
22,
seems
oh.
like.
22 by 31, no additional curb cut. Stays where it is, and you're gonna start it on the left side where it is now.
Yeah, on the left side of the tank.
When you're gonna,
So-
you're gonna
so again,
go all the way to the right.
To clarify that, starting where it is now, a better clarification would be you're going to start it where the curb cut starts, correct? Well, that's not where, it's kind of not where it looks in the picture. So it's really to clarify, to be on the record, it should be, it's the driveway's going to start. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I think what happened was the driveway at one time was that wide and the grass has just grown through it and it doesn't line up anymore.
2 more.
Yes.
So does there have to be any kind of room between the neighbor and where the driveway starts? Or can, like, if,
As long as it's on your property, I don't
that's
think-
just saying, that's where I want to start it, you know, that would make. the most
On your
sense.
property line?
Yeah, so if the neighbor's property line, and like I start on my property line, kind of just.
Which
the
is
asphalt will
what it
touch the
says on
property.
this.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
you're
Which is-
moving it over.
You're
No,
gonna put a block
I
there,
think you gotta
some
start it where it
Belgian
starts now. Do you go on your neighbor's, there's no reason with all that space you have there to squeeze it up against your neighbor's house.
Yeah, just follow the curb cut.
Huh?
Just follow the curb cut.
The curb cut is in-
Start right where the curb cut is.
Right.
Curb cut is in the
Curb
left.
cut, go towards your home.
Correct.
Correct.
Right,
Yeah.
so you're not gonna go any further towards your neighbor's property.
No, towards his house.
Right, okay, that's what we said. All right. Anybody else got questions? Anyone in the audience that would like to be heard regarding this application? Hearing none, can I have a motion, please?
No, you-
Oh, somebody.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the application for 83 Stager Street, block lot 7601/10, to increase the existing driveway to a width of 22 feet and a depth of 31 feet, as shown on the property survey, with the start of the left side of the driveway at the location of the existing curb cut, and any other conditions set by the council.
And that, wait, hold on. So that's 22 feet. You're giving them. the-
22 feet.
Okay.
Well, the existing curb cut.
Would the secretary please call the board before I go through that?
Yes. Ms. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Treasurer?
Yes.
Mr. Baker?
Yes.
Mr. Greg Tolby?
Yes.
Mr. Pataglia?
Yes.
Mr. Graziano?
Yes. Okay, your variance has been granted.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. Thank you.
Have those pictures back? Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Good night. All right, while we're waiting, the next one that we're going to hear will be 6 Taft Street. Are you ready, Patricia? No, let me know when you're set. Maybe- Ready?
Regarding the deck and lot coverage for 6 Taft Street, block lot 7806/11. Dear Mr. Glovin, your request for a permit at the above referenced premises to construct a new deck approximately 243 square feet in size, which will increase the lot coverage to 38%, as shown on the property survey submitted by the owner, received by the Code Enforcement Department dated July 7th, 2021, is denied for the following reason. This property is located in an R-1 district, as shown on the Nutley zoning map. Chapter 700, Article 8, Section 700-46A of the Codes of Nutley, entitled Schedule of Regulations as to Bulk, Height, and Other Requirements, lists a required maximum lot coverage of 35% in an R-1 zoning district. The proposed lot coverage will be 38%.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Glovin, would you please give us your full name, spell your last name, and give us your address?
William Glovin, 6 Taft Street, Nutley.
And would you raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right. What would you like to tell us?
Well, I'm looking to expand my deck about 8 feet, and apparently I'm missing by 3% the allotted percentage that the code says you can have structures on your property. So not going very far, eight more feet, and not building any stairs or anything of that nature. So kind of a minor project, but I do have that 3% problem.
This is a survey?
No.
Yes, it is.
So you're basically extending the deck because you just need more room for the table. It looks like it's a little small originally.
Exactly. You just could only fit really 4 people comfortably around the table. You want to go to 6.
It's a survey. It's a survey.
Where's the, how big is this lot? How big is
Lot
the,
is 45 feet,
45.
17 inch,
so your lot is undersized?
Yes.
What I was looking for.
45 feet wide.
How deep is it?
And let's see.
Pretty deep though. 100. Oh, it's only 100. Okay. So it's undersized by 5 feet.
Yes, and if it was the average regular size, it would be an issue.
If you had a regular lot, it wouldn't be an issue, right? Exactly. And you're over by a whopping 3%?
Yes.
Well, I don't have any questions. How about you?
No.
Anyone? All right. Anybody in the audience? All right.
I was gonna kick
Hearing
him.
none, I'm going to ask for a motion here.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to grant the variance for coverage on 6 Taft Street, block lot 7806-11. The applicant's existing property shows a hardship because it is a slightly smaller than standard building lot. And the applicant's addition to his existing deck would only put him over 3%, which I think is de minimis in this case, and for any other reasons that would be set forth by council.
Second.
All right, will the secretary please call the board?
Ms. Barrett? Yes. Ms. Wallace? Yes. Mr. Pajano?
Yes.
Mr. D'Antonio?
Yes.
Mr. Griffin? Mr. Capson?
Yes.
Mr. Graziano?
Yes. Your variance has been granted. Your long wait here tonight is all worth it, sir. Thank you.
Oh, worth it.
All right. Whereas we're waiting for our secretary to get all her stuff done over there, I'm going to call up 78 Fisher Avenue, which is the last one of the evening. Yeah, we didn't know if we were going to get this far, and luckily, yeah, the other one.
Appreciate your time, though. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. We love it up here. We love it here.
Okay.
We only do this because we don't know what to do with ourselves.
Regarding the 6-foot solid rear yard fence without neighbors' approval for 78 Fisher Avenue, block lots 5403/21. Dear Ms. Parigi, your request for permission at the above referenced premises to erect a 6-foot solid type fence in the rear yard, which requires the consent from the adjoining neighbors, as shown on the property survey prepared by Mark Lee Baker, Professional Engineering and Land Surveying, dated December 16th, 1999, is denied for the following reason. This property is located in an R-1 district, as shown on the Nutley zoning map. Chapter 700, Article 11, Section 700-71H of the Codes of Nutley states, a solid fence requires written consent of the adjoining property owners is filed with the construction official.
Okay, would you please give us your full name, spell your last name for us, and tell us your address?
Catherine Parigi, Parigi, 78 Fisher Avenue, Nutley.
And would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, what would you like to tell us?
I would like to tell you that I received signatures from my 2 adjoining neighbors, and the only 2 who did not sign off on this already have 6-foot structures in place. So they're not even going to see it. I've included a picture, should have it as the last page of your packet.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are the 2 fences side by side, and this is what I look at when I look at the rear of my yard. So,
okay, so the chain link fence is yours.
yes, 4-foot chain link.
Okay. Now you're looking to put up a 6-foot solid fence?
Yes,
I don't know if you have any pictures of what type of 6-foot solid fence.
just a solid white vinyl,
Solid white vinyl, so it's going to be similar
very similar to one, not
to the one that's
similar to
there.
the stockade.
So their yard split your yard?
Yes. And both of them put up their fences without benefit of permit. One did receive variance, the other, I think he's being fined, I'm not sure.
No, well, that's not for us to decide here. Is that fence white? I can't tell by the picture.
It's a beige.
No, it's like.
The one that's there now is okay. All right. The only issue I have is the maintenance between the 2 fences. What is your plans for if you put up a fence?
Yeah.
Okay, now you've got these 2 solid fences that you can't get through, can't take care of, weeds growing there.
Mhm.
What are your plans for taking care of that space in between the 2
The
fences?
fencing company, I don't know what it's called, they're going to put down some black material. I don't really know what it's called, but it's supposed to prevent growth.
Well, I will tell you that you're probably gonna end up every now and then getting a ladder and going on high as you can and spraying some weed
Well,
killer
not
down
I
there.
have vertigo, I can't go up there.
And then you're gonna hire somebody
That
to,
kid lives up there.
and then there's leaves that fall inside there and stuff. It's gonna be a little bit of a maintenance horror show, really.
I'm not too concerned about.
I mean, you have the other fence there now,
Yeah,
and do you get a lot of stuff in between?
not too much regarding leaves, but there is some growth. I've been spraying, but I'm very hesitant to do that because we do have a dog.
All right, well,
How far away is that fence from your fence?
Couple inches.
is there a survey here?
We heard this case.
Yes.
No, yeah, it's common.
Well, we heard the neighbors and there was opposition from, you came and opposed the neighbor when the neighbor
I
wanted
did.
to put up the fence.
Yes. My house is gray and white, and the color scheme just doesn't blend with my
Well,
decor.
what's, did you want for the pavement, wasn't that supposed to be painted or?
It was a discussion.
didn't-
Your yard is split by these 2 fences, right?
Correct. Well,
She's part of one fence, part of the other. She's her fence.
Here's the way the backyard looks, so you can see the total backyard.
Yeah, yeah.
You probably peeked in the back, but just to remind you.
I don't remember. Yeah, I remember this. And the thing was the color of the fence.
It's really just a small section that you see the stockade fence, though, behind
Not
the
that
tree.
small.
That's stockade there.
Yeah, in the corner there.
I've been told by a couple of realtors that are gonna have an issue going to sell. I'm not gonna get optimum value unless I put something uniform in the back there, so they don't have to look at
Yeah,
two
it
disparate
would look better.
fences.
All right, like I said, my only concern is the maintenance issue. That's the only concern I have, so.
I have a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
So you said that the two neighbors, the neighbor to the left and the neighbor to the right, gave you permission.
Correct.
So you're only seeking because of the neighbor in the back,
Two neighbors in the
two
back.
neighbors in the back.
Yes.
Yes. Just as an observation, the length of your yard is the length of a large portion of Nutley properties, their full length. In fact, you have 158 feet on one side and 156. That seems like an awful long length of white vinyl fence surrounding your yard. Have you considered extending the 6 feet to just a portion and then sizing it down a little bit further as it gets closer to your house?
The only place where it's going to be solid is in the rear,
In the
where
rear,
the
that's
two
what the
structures
fence
are
is.
already erected. On either side, I'm gonna have 5 foot solid with
Okay.
lattice at the top.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions? Is there anyone in the audience that would like to be heard with regard to this application?
In the back.
In the back, come on up. Okay, all right, would you give us your full name, please? Spell your
Yeah.
last name
Miller, Gabriella, Miller,
and your address.
153 Olson Avenue in Nutley.
Would you raise your right hand, please? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, what would you like to tell us?
Okay. I am the one that lives adjacent to her in the backyard. I own the beige fence.
Okay,
Okay. Ever since we received our fence, that we got permission to put it up, we have been harassed by our neighbor. So we put up a ring light in our backyard.
a what?
A ring light, the ring. So we had the town, she called the town on us, the town came out. She's saying that the ring is shining in her backyard.
Okay,
It was not. So she put up this contraption in the backyard to block the ring light. It's on my property.
what's that gonna have to do with this?
The space in between where her fence is and my fence is, there's about 3 to 4 inches in between there. That's my property. So I have pictures. She put up this two steel poles with this lattice going across to block the ring light. And I feel it needs to be removed.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. That has nothing to do with this. We are here about a fence.
Okay.
Something
but
like that.
But who do I see about this being
I'm gonna
removed?
say, code enforcement. yeah.
Well, I sent emails to Dave Berry, never got back to me. So I don't know what
I really,
is going on with that.
I don't know either, because we have nothing to do with that.
Okay, so I oppose the fence.
You know you can walk into code enforcement.
I do all the time.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right,
though. I appreciate
okay.
that.
Maybe that's what we-
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Would you come back up? You said you had a question? No?
I got it answered.
Okay. Any more questions? No one else in the audience, and see there's someone else back there, but I guess not. Okay, I'm gonna ask for a motion, please.
So the fence that you want is gonna go on, you're gonna remove that
The chain link.
chain link and go on the
Yes.
same location.
Correct.
And you're going to put some kind of barrier down
It's like,
We need, I don't know if it's black felt, cement, I don't know what you're gonna put, but
it's
concern is the
thicker
weeds
than
growing.
felt.
Here's what's gonna, if the weeds start growing and they start growing under the fence and the neighbors says, well, you know, no one's maintaining this. Clearly there's, you know, already some something going on here. You know, how's that gonna get maintained?
I would get somebody to go up on a ladder and spray in between the two, because since it
Between
would be
two
solid.
solid, two
Yeah.
solid bottom.
Since it would be solid, I wouldn't be so concerned about my dog.
Okay.
So is there a condition, must put a weed barrier
Must
between the
must put a
fences?
weed barrier, it must be maintained weed free.
She says she's going to maintain.
Okay.
Must be maintained weed free.
When I walked past the house.
Oh, that was you? He's a very good boy. To beware of dog side is a joke.
Okay.
Probably would.
All right, can we have a motion, please, now?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to grant the variance for the applicant to erect a 6-foot solid vinyl fence on the back of their property, along with a 5-foot vinyl fence with 1 foot of lattice along the side of the property, with the conditions that the applicant will maintain, will put down a growth barrier behind the fence to maintain growth, or to limit growth, and for any other reasons that are set forth for the council.
Second.
The secretary, please call the board.
Ms. Doherty? Yes. Ms. Wallace? Yes. Mr. Bruno?
Sorry, yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mr. Burkholder?
Yes.
Mr. Tagliani?
Yes.
And Mr. Martel?
Yes, your variance has been granted. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Do I next just pick up the permit?
You have to wait.
You have to wait. Yeah, but it doesn't.
Yeah, you have
it's
to wait
not
till
gonna
it
give-
goes through
they're not gonna-
resolution next month.
I have to do a resolution and then it gets memorialized next month at our next meeting and then they send it to you and then they can release the permit.
Until I actually have to put it in hand.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I'm concerned about that because it's getting cold. Right, and if the ground should freeze before I begin.
Yeah, you can speak to
got
code
time for that.
enforcement. Talk to code enforcement, no.
You'll be all right. Thank you.
Sorry.
You're being one day.
I'm terrible.
It's like, you know,
Okay, so you all have to sign up. Do you want me to do memorialization of resolutions while you're
Let's do
signing the
that.
last thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then we'll go into executive session.
all right.
Why's it 2 here? Or just like that?
That should be a no. It's just one. They used good paper. What can I tell you?
All right, how's it going?
Oh, you know what I didn't do? Did I print out the minutes? You bet. Oh, sorry. Let me see. No, that we memorial, we have.
No. Everybody.
Okay, resolutions. Well, let's do bills, because that's first thing here. We have Lisa's fee for attendance and preparation of the minutes at $150. If I could have approval and a signature on that
Is that for tonight?
for tonight.
So moved. All in favor? Opposed? None, good.
All right, then resolutions. 61 High Street, Batista, Block 3001, Lot 10. Members who voted on that resolution and were present were Mr. Graziano, Mr. Daniel Tovey, Ms. Duba, Ms. Castro, and Ms. Dougherty. So need a motion from Mr. Graziano, Daniel Tovey, and or Patricia Dougherty. All in favor?
Aye.
These 21 Hamilton Place, 4301, lot 60. Mr. Pataglia was present for that one. Not the other one? If I could have a motion approving that resolution,
So
all in favor?
moved. Aye.
Townsend, 348 High Street, block 2503, lot 35. If I could have a motion approving that resolution,
So moved.
okay, you know what, I'm gonna do the next two in a group. Pula, 104 Crestwood Avenue, block 8902, lot 22, and Valdivia, 292 Grant Avenue, block 4200, lot 19. If I could have a motion approving those resolutions.
So moved.
Oh, there's one more, my goodness. Bitten, 60 Daly Street, block 2901, lot 32. If I could have a motion approving that
So
resolution.
moved.
Okay, and the minutes which were sent to you from our last meeting, are there any corrections or additions and changes to those
No.
minutes? I can have a motion approving those minutes.
So moved. All in favor?
Okay,
All right.
okay, so we are going to go into closed session to discuss litigated matters. No, then you got to come back in to vote
Oh, we
on.
gotta go, so we're gonna leave?
We'll go in the back room
All right,
real
we're going
quick.
back to room, everybody.
Never heard of this.
Never heard one.
I don't think you can get up.
Stay out there, will you?
Well.
I was doing so well. This concludes the portion of the executive session. This is the end of our meeting. I guess I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Second motion, we adjourn. Nobody says that.
There we go.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Nobody ever opposes that. All right. We'll see you next time.